Well, we just started, so no countdown.
Oh, okay. Hi, welcome to Good Times Roll, a D&D show where a bunch of idiots get together and try to make up for all the mistakes we made last week.
And life in
Let's,
general, I think, too.
let's be fair. They're all my mistakes.
There are a lot of mistakes.
Not just your mistakes.
Other people's mistakes.
I mean,
Mostly Natty's mistakes.
yeah, a lot of Natty's mistakes, to be honest.
That's what I said.
It's right. This is what I tell everybody though. Everybody needs a natty in their campaign. Everybody needs a Gregor there.
If nothing goes wrong, then it's
I mean-
how fun is that, you know?
Exactly. And realistically, having somebody who's impulsive get you into situations you would not have found yourself in before. I mean,
But if
sure, you do
anything
like an impressive
went right,
adventuring
though.
team with gold and laurels and people that want to have sex with you. But
Sometimes.
like, is that really what you want for D&D?
Sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
If your DM gives it to you. In more ways than one.
So, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, last time, everybody managed to gear up. It was a good old shopping
Shopping.
session. Which, honestly, would not have taken this long if they didn't have, like, 30 magic items to their name. So, are they overpowered? Maybe.
I don't know.
I expect they're
don't
still
think
going to
so.
fuck something up.
I don't think
We
so.
could get more powerful.
Yeah. I mean, Rogar's already got an OP sword.
Yeah, I
Unlimited
like how
power.
everything, even that ridiculous.
If I do any
Weevils.
damage. God, the ones just love me, apparently, though.
Yeah, you gotta get that damage up. Those are rookie numbers.
You guys
Roll the
excuse me
one.
for just 1 second. I'm really sorry, but you guys keep going.
Yeah, we will. Bye.
All right. So, as a recap, you guys wandered around the city of Brack, went to 2 stores, a blacksmith run by a quintuplet goblins that managed to apparently amuse you guys, which I was happy about as a DM.
Very amusing.
But found not as much cool stuff as I think you were hoping for. But
Oh,
did manage to find a interesting warhammer for Gregor. You guys went to another general goods store where you met a large female Luxodon who was dressed in like nice clothes and seemed kind of bored and down until she saw Galen and got very excited. She gave him a hug. It was adorable. It was very nice.
Hey, I'm sorry I missed your phone.
I get excited when I see Galen too, so
I'm sorry, I was playing Dating.
makes sense.
I'm going to text Natty so
No,
he
I'll,
can.
I'll mute him.
Oh, can you do that?
I don't want to.
Cool.
I don't want to have this conversation just like on the
Um, so, then they proceeded to sell the 2 crowns and some other stuff to a fence that was actually a fence. I'm so funny.
It was literally a fence.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty funny.
Like there was a wooden fence that like popped open and had things so you could put stolen goods.
You're
and
so hilarious.
valued it.
The puns
They
are
got lots of
real.
money for that. Like lots of fucking
Yeah,
money for
that was a
one.
surprise.
But I mean, it makes sense. So that was where we had ended. You guys had just gone back to the inn to sleep for the night.
If I recall, we were drinking, and the merfolk that we had kicked the shit out of, or Tritons, were making their way towards us, I believe.
We're about
were
to get
they?
a scrap.
That's what I thought you said last. Like the end of
Yeah.
the last session, we were like, they made eye contact with somebody, and then they started walking towards you, and that's where we'll check out next week.
Yeah, Arabelle was correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fight these
Are
friends.
you gonna make it up now? Like, oh yeah, sure.
Regis was gambling again, I believe, and that's who they were like looking at.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Right.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
That was,
Okay.
that was a cool game.
So-
I don't know. I forgot what it was called, but that was a cool game they were playing.
Mountains.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you roll 2 dice, and then you can bet, and then if you get a roll between the 2 numbers.
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh yeah, Did I win like 100 gold or
That's right.
something?
Rogar was playing. You didn't win that much, but you won
I
some.
lost like
I think
40
you won.
gold.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think you lost, and then Rogar won 40 gold. I think.
I think Rogar gained a net 20.
That's baller status right now, boys.
Hey, we are rolling in it. Let's go buy a boat. Oh wait, we already got one.
Nah. Rogar's gonna pick up a gambling addiction.
Oh gosh. City of what happens in Brack stays in Brack.
So Ray, I gambled away your bow.
and Rez is still on it.
Regis has to run away for a second time.
Oh, yeah.
Why does this keep happening to me?
All right, so you guys are there gambling, have a good old time, right? You won some money, and Rogar lost some money. Or no, Rogar made money, and Regis lost money,
I think so.
I believe. And as you're sitting there having a time, things are kind of like at their like peak busy hours. Karos, the Troyan, the man that you guys got into a fight with just a couple nights before in this exact same establishment, makes eye contact with you, Regis.
God damn it.
And gets up
Physical
and proceeds.
contact?
What?
Physical contact?
Eye contact.
No, eye
Oh, eye
contact.
contact. Okay,
Yeah.
eye contact.
Sorry, can you hear me all right? Is my mic working?
Yeah, I just wasn't paying attention for part of
The hell's that you talking about?
Get your shit together, Chase.
He was giving me diamond eyes, Chase. He was trying to undress me with his eyes.
I mean, love and hate, so close. So,
Yeah.
the kind of weirdo-looking Triton gets up and he starts over towards you guys. At this point, out of curiosity, who is still at the table? Was it everybody?
I think
Think so.
Rogar and Regis were gambling. Aramel was like at the bar or like nearby just watching, and I think Galen was either doing the same or just watching. I think that everyone else was just kind of watching or hanging out.
Okay.
Someone might have gone to bed, but I don't remember. I don't know if it was Galen or somebody, but I don't remember.
So, Karos gets up and he starts kind of like wading through the group again. And sorry, it's really distracting.
I muted him.
As
on the
he-
stream at least.
I appreciate it. So, he starts wading through the crowd of people. Regis, make a perception check.
Ooh,
Okay.
we rolling dice. That means we haven't
Ooh,
asked
look at
enough
my skills.
questions.
Yes. I got a, well, actually, I just got a 12. Never mind.
Okay. So,
I was like, yes, I got a 12. I was like, that's not that great.
you're fine. Next time, do you mind running to another room, though, Natty? It's pretty loud.
Well, could you hear me?
Mhm.
Yeah.
everywhere.
We actually muted you on the stream so that...
Your conversation
Your
is on the internet
conversation.
forever.
Did not realize my microphone was that sensitive.
It's pretty good.
So, you got a 12 on your perception check?
I did.
Yes.
No,
No.
you didn't.
You didn't make one.
We just did.
Unless you made a perception.
Pointing at
You
I do this. I point at you guys, but
You got
You got a 12.
You get a card.
Regis
You get a card.
proceeds to get about halfway there. He's at this point angry. He is pushing people out of the way, just throwing elbows, throwing shoulders, making people angry. But
What was he like physically? Was he like a imposing figure or just kind of like a...
he's just a Triton. Tritons aren't typically like these huge
Pretty
body
pretty slender.
people. He's just pretty slim, but mean. Scars on his face, piercings on a fair amount of his fins. It looks like he's been in his fair share of fights. Things are a little bit evened up here, though, because there's no weapons in the bar.
True.
So,
That's fine.
Well, if he gets in a fight with us, it'll be his last one. So.
He already did. He would be dumb to do it again.
He gets a little bit closer. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere from off towards the door, a chair just flies and smashes into the side of his head.
Oh snap!
Oh man.
We got peeps.
None of you noticed the bouncer come into the bar. The huge, very kind, well-spoken Minotaur come in, grab a chair, and just it. It hits him. He smashes his head into the stage. Just kind of like flops down.
Lights
Just pause
out.
for a second. The dancers
Wow.
don't stop. The music doesn't stop. But everybody just kind of pauses for a moment, and then everything continues as normal.
Nice.
Just
The Minotaur like gingerly like makes his way through the tables. Excuse me. Oh. Proceeds to just pick him up with one arm and then just walk back out of the bar.
yeah, that's my boy.
Yep.
That's my boy.
The rest of the rest of his goons, the rest of the seawall, kind of like look and they're just like they go kind of like gather their stuff and like go outside, presumably to get their leader.
Well, do we know the Minotaur's name?
I
We-
think,
we-
I think maybe.
I don't know if you, huh?
I think maybe.
I think you
somebody
said it like
has.
twice.
I don't think he did. I don't think we ever knew his
I thought
name.
you asked him, Gregor, like last session. Not when we got in a fight, but like last session before we ended.
Yeah, I think
I
you
don't, I don't
did.
remember.
Anyways, his name is Drekmir.
Yeah, his name is Drakmir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, Trick Bear, of course.
Family name.
That's how that's going. Did you guys want to do anything before the night is out? Now that you're getting ready to head out the next morning.
I think Aramel might be intrigued by this game. He might try a hand at it.
Okay.
Regis will join
So-
him.
Get so the rules are you have to pay your way into the game. So the initial cost is at the table that you guys are sitting at is 5 gold.
Right.
Okay.
Uh,
So 5 gold,
Pony's
Five
like
gold.
5 gold.
right?
throw down
And-
5 gold.
What?
But I'm in all the way in. Yep.
I'm all
Okay.
in.
Who else is in?
I am.
I'm in.
I'm gonna keep watching. I'm not into gambling.
Okay.
Clerics are out.
All right. So
Actually,
it's-
what?
Clerics are out. Like I don't want anything to do with that.
Galen's
Well-
curious and watching, but not taking part.
Right. He's just like,
What
Can I-
are
can I-
you
can-
guys doing?
Can I pick up Galen, like put him on my shoulder, so he gets a better view?
I think Galen would absolutely let you do that.
I was gonna say, are you even very tall, Gregor?
No,
I'm-
he's not.
But I'm taller than he is.
One
True,
man now.
It's true.
He gets a 5 foot boost.
There you
Can we
go.
give him a trench
Okay.
coat?
That'd be great. That should be one of our things we do. Let's find a trench coat in the city before we leave.
Yes. Long robe or something.
The cleric stack.
All right, so buy-in was 5. I'm gonna roll my 2d8s, okay,
Okay.
and then you can bet anything up to an additional 10, I believe.
Oh, this additional gold.
I'll roll your. I'll roll your.
Yeah. All right, so I rolled a 2 and a 7. Now, what you're betting
full
is whether or
time.
not the dice you roll will be in between those 2 numbers.
Full 10.
Throw down full additional 10.
Yep.
We're gonna go all in.
Yeah, we're all in.
Here we go. Got a 3.
4.
3.
6.
All right, you guys all win your money back.
This game
and
is fun, guys.
so
It's
you
really fun.
get an additional 10 gold above what you put in. Okay?
So
I'm up
20.
Yeah.
up to 15.
So wait, it's 50. We get 15 additional gold.
You
Plus-
bet
We'll buy in.
10.
Oh,
all right.
that-
No, you do double your buy-in. That's right. My
Oh,
apologies.
So
So it is.
So we have 15.
Okay.
So
And again, another round. Let's go
30.
the dealer looking at you kind of goes, "You guys have been playing. You've been doing pretty well. Do you want to up the?"
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Don't do it.
Sounds reasonable.
All right. So for this, the buy-in will be 20.
All right.
All right. So the buy-in will be 20 gold, and then above that, you will be able to bet up to an additional 30 gold.
All right.
Sound good?
I'll put an additional 5 down to use what I got out as my buy-in.
Okay. So you guys all put in your buy-in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 20 gold.
20 gold.
The dealer, she looks down at you, kind of goes, "All right." 4 and a 6.
Oh.
Tied odds.
I believe in you guys. I believe in you.
Am I?
Well,
Am I able to make?
how much additional gold can we bet?
30.
Up to 30.
And if we get like a 4 or a 6, it doesn't count, right? We lose.
Does not.
Ooh, I'll put an additional 10 down.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
I'll do 30. Fuck it. I'm all
Oh!
Oh,
All right.
Rogar just rips a scale off. Oh,
All right,
so I
check
gotta
your
roll.
cards.
I gotta
What
roll.
did you get?
Gotta roll a 5, huh?
praise the Lord. Time.
I got a 7.
Hang on, the Lord who?
You got a 7?
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker. I got
Tiamat's not
3.
your lord.
Whatever.
Thea is your Lord.
Damn, I got a 1.
And what'd you get, Chase? Or Rogar?
Got 3.
3. Sorry, gentlemen. She reaches forward and takes that.
Well,
You want to go again?
it was fun while it lasted. And then I'll go to bed.
Can I make like a perception check to see if she was doing like something shady?
Or would that be an insight check?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Or an insight check? Yes.
Be an inside job.
Yeah. So real quick,
I-
Zach made an interesting point once, or the DM. I shouldn't use your name. That
You're fine. I don't give a shit.
you're
The
fine.
DM.
Goddamn right I am.
Instead of telling him what we want to roll, we tell him what we want to do, and he tells us what we should roll.
Yeah.
Typically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
okay.
something that I do really badly, and I need to work on too. I'll just mention it anyway.
That's good advice, though. Can I
Yeah.
check to see if she was like doing a sleight of hand or like being
It'd be
shady?
an insight check.
Okay. Got a 1.
But that's a 6, unless you're proficient. 'Cause you have a plus 5
5.
cha.
I got 5 altogether.
5 altogether. Well, still a natural 1. So you look up into this Tabaxi woman's eyes. You're just gonna get lost in them.
Ooh.
She has
Wow.
pretty eyes.
She kind of looks down and just reaches forward and boops you on the nose and says, "Do you want to bet again?" And you can resist this if you don't want to, but
You feel compelled to do so.
you do feel compelled to do so.
I'm gonna get up from the table.
What kind of check would that be?
I would just have you do a general wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do a wisdom saving saving throw. So what is a wisdom saving throw? Jesus Christ.
It's at the top. It's on the top left of your like character sheet on D&D
Yeah.
Beyond. Like right under your name and stats, it'll say saving throws and whatever your modifier would be for wisdom. So you just roll a d20 and do that.
Oh my god. It's a natural 1 again.
Oh gosh!
Oh no!
Looks like
Hang
we
on,
played-
you need to put that D20 away. Let it rest. That's just.
That's a good idea.
You look at Taras and yeah,
Yeah.
and you put another 20 gold on the table.
Nice.
So you bought in. Everybody else is out. So we're gonna do just you. Oh, and unfortunately, she pulls her cards and she lays them out. 6 and a 7.
Wow.
Sorry, maybe next time, honey.
Shits.
Or
Sliding a thing.
So it's
Full
actually
bag.
pretty hard to win this game.
Right, I feel
the
like
chances are-
there should be some like redemption with like if you roll the same number, there's like a reroll
Right.
or something. You
Right,
know?
maybe it should be between the two numbers inclusive.
Yeah.
So if
that'd
it's a
be cool.
6, if you roll a 6 and an 8, it should be, you have to get a 6 or a 7 or an 8.
Or like,
She looks
or
at-
like make
she
it
looks
like
at you
where
and-
7's a full buy or full, like you get the full pot back, but like a 6 or an 8 would be half or something, like some kind of penalty for not getting between them.
Yeah.
But still something, you know.
Look at us
She looks at-
reinventing a game.
she looks at you guys and she's like, "Sorry, boys. I didn't make the rules. It's just the game.
Also, she probably can't
The
change the
house
rules.
always wins." So
Ah,
Oh, like, what was that Minotaur's name again?
Drinker.
Dunkirk.
Drakmir?
Minotaur?
the Minotaur is
right.
Drakmir.
Draken.
Oh, Drakmir.
Dragmir.
I'll like go up to
Oh my
Drakmir and be like, saw you through that chair, bro. Nice form.
That's Chester, bro.
He looks at you and goes, "Well, thank you. I
I
do
like your
appreciate it."
style. Dragmir.
You got a pretty mouth.
Don't say that to a Minotaur. You won't live to
No.
finish the sentence.
He
I think
looks
it's
at
actually
you
a muzzle.
and it's kind of just looks and he says, "I think you guys actually genuinely have the nicest group in this place."
That's remarkable.
It's truly
Pretty surprising. We actually eat people. Or I like
Not
it.
we.
we.
Can Regis hear this?
He.
Did you guys get up to go talk to Drakmir with him?
Aramil went
Why?
upstairs.
I did.
I'm assuming I walked over from the table. Regis
I walked over. I walked over to talk to him.
Galen's still entranced by the game.
Well,
I think at
Galen's
this
on my
point,
shoulder.
Galen's probably like upstairs now. He's probably left and took up upstairs. And he kind of looks at you and goes, "Most adventuring parties that come through town and need a place to stay and a drink usually complain up and down that they can't bring their weapons in. They bitch, they moan, they groan."
And then you throw
Really,
tables at
meant
them.
a lot to
and
you
we-
guys. Oh,
No worries,
don't
no
know
worries
that I
about
can
us.
tables at
We,
them.
we love a good bar scrap.
That's good.
I take
But
pleasure.
actually-
beat people with my fists. So.
we've
Have you
never-
ever, if you have, I do have to ask because this is one of my favorite moves. Have you ever taken a wooden table, broken off the table part, and used it like a frisbee? I've taken out
I-
like 3 assholes at once with that move.
I think this is the end of my portion of this conversation. I'm gonna walk away.
Never tried that before, but that just, I mean, that's like a million IQ move. I'm going to try it next time.
You should. It if anything will stop a bar fight in its tracks, it'll be throwing a literal table.
A frisbee tabletop
Oh, damn.
So
thrown by a monster. Excellent.
Just genius.
The front
I'm
of
gonna-
Rogar's loincloth just goes.
he looks and says, "I've heard around town that you two gentlemen are leaving soon. Is that true?"
Oh shit! Word travels fast. You haven't told
I'm,
anybody this.
I'm
To be honest, I'm the party leader, but I don't really know.
I thought Galen was the party leader.
It changes.
He looks and he goes, "Me and Boja are friends, so I was just talking to her earlier. She seems to really like the small one in your group."
Yeah, he's pretty much the reason that we're liked by anyone.
Are you even there, Gregor, or did you leave?
Yeah.
I thought you left.
Or is- oh, I guess I did, but I want to be a part of the conversation again. I come back.
Come back.
You can go back.
Straight FOMO. You turn around like 5 seconds later.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
back.
100% what happened. I feel bad. I want to come back in. Hi!
So he is like, "Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. You guys seem like good people. A little strange, maybe a little rude, but I will say if you're traveling with that paladin fellow, just be careful. He's
I'm
got a
like
reputation.
right here.
You're not right there. You left.
Yes, I am. I left the table to join the
I
conversation.
think you left the table to go upstairs. Fine.
No, I left the table to
Hey,
join
he
the
doesn't say
conversation.
that.
Wow, shit talking right to my face. I respect that, man.
He's like, if you're traveling with that guy, be careful.
He leans over to Rogar's ear and says this.
All right, fair enough.
Of
What the
course
fuck
it
did
does.
Regis do?
Don't worry. I'm,
Is that your final
I'll wait.
answer?
I lean over to the mentor and be like, I'm suspicious of all of them, to be honest.
I don't know who to
if they'll
trust.
do it.
Please help.
But
I'll-
why?
You know, these weird magic things. It kind of scares me.
And they wear clothes. You seen them?
He kind of looks at you and just goes, yeah. I mean, not like super common, but lots of people use magic. It's okay. Don't worry. They shouldn't like hex you or anything as long as you stand there
Lots
inside.
of
And
people
if
use magic.
you get on the bad side and they do hex you, then you throw a table at their head.
Frisbee style.
That sounds pretty
It's in
good
the
idea.
player's handbook.
I'll use that next time.
He says, "All right." Another group kind of like starts coming up to the door and says, "We're gonna take this. You gentlemen have a good night."
See you later, man.
Adios.
Guy.
See you later, bro, Chacho.
Adios, Brohemus.
So what are you guys gonna do? You're
Airmail
upstairs.
Airmail has
Galen's
retired for the evening.
upstairs.
Yep.
Rez
You
is
get a
still upstairs.
Solid 8 hours of sleep.
Exactly.
Gregor's gonna go to his room. He needs to think about stuff.
Okay. Regis and Rogar.
Regis is going to drink himself drunk until he falls asleep.
Damn.
Okay.
Just get a solid 8 hours of sleep in my room.
Okay. So, you guys.
I just imagine Rogar with like full pajamas and like a little night hat, and, like tucked in his bed.
That'd be amazing. So you all take a long rest. Okay, so make sure to mark it off. Now, actually, it doesn't matter because you guys didn't do anything.
True.
So
I'm doing it anyways because it's sterile and I like the taste.
You go right the fuck ahead. So mark off your long rest. You wake up the next day. It's again much quieter. You get your tabs. Sorry, trying to get the music to switch over. Your tabs. For each of you, it's
Oh, I turned off roll 20.
10 gold for like the room and food and stuff like that. A few of you drank heavily, put an additional 2 gold on top of that.
Oh, 10 gold. I spent all my
Does the
You're gonna-
10 include like the breakfast of like right now this morning? Okay.
Yep. So, Thray is downstairs waiting for you guys.
I lost
Just
I
like
lost like
before.
half my gold in that game. Didn't have a lot of gold.
almost everything getting this hammer.
Thray is sitting at the table again, circles under his eyes, just looking like shit. Gregor, however, looks even more like shit.
I come down and probably ask them both, "What happened?"
Gregor,
gentlemen?"
you feel tired and just like weak-muscled, like a little
Me?
snotty. It's no good.
I don't want to talk to anybody. I like you guys, but I don't want to talk to
I like you, but you're crazy.
anybody.
Thray looks and he's just like, didn't sleep well again. Happens.
You haven't been sleeping well lately, man. Are you all right? Is it the relapse, or are you so like the sober life
Probably.
treating you poorly?
No, probably just haven't been drinking. You know.
Guys, I'm so sorry. Tonight's being super weird. Gregor is pissed off and kind of have in his own mind doesn't want to talk to anyone. And while he's not talking to anyone, I need to come back. Be right back.
All right. Yes.
So, Rez comes up, looking
sunshine.
much better than what he did for the past number of days. He kind of looks at you guys and goes, "I'm really sorry. I have motion sickness issues."
Apparently. Noted.
However, I think this is where we're going to part paths. Unfortunately, our time has not been as profitable as I had hoped it would be.
That's
I
fair.
had not intended to assassinate a king, but this is how it goes sometimes, I guess. If you do need someone to take relics off your hands, if you do manage to find Pashara, let me know. I'll take them off your hands. Also, I generally don't think that I would survive a boat ride for that long. So,
That would be tough on your stomach and your mind.
yes, it would.
Well, best of luck
So-
to you, Rez, and hope you find what you're looking for in this life or the next.
I appreciate that. I don't know who the hell you are. Be careful around them.
Oh, you're talking to Regis. It's like, wow.
Yep. Am I even there with them?
We've
Or
been through so much.
Presumably you're not. I just assume.
Okay.
After most long rests, I just assume everybody.
We meet up
Fair
at
enough.
some point.
Rogar and
So I'm there
kind of
too.
goes. Rogar, you are a scary man.
I put my hand on Rez's shoulder. Say, I always thought people who use a bow were cowardly, but you killed a lot of people, so that's pretty cool.
And I always thought the people who used that much rage and great swords were idiots, but you fight much better than I would have expected. Kind of nods at you. Looks at Thray.
And then they kiss.
Just nods. Just nods at Thray. And again, with Gregor does the same thing, I guess.
Sure.
Because Gregor's not there to say anything.
And now I can close that tab on D&D Beyond. See you
Right.
later, Rez.
Gentlemen, good luck.
Godspeed.
Proceeds to walk out of the bar and out of your guys' lives.
What was his name again?
Fade to black.
I don't remember. Who was that guy?
Was it Drez?
Yeah, I think it was Draknir. Draknir.
That sounds right. That does sound
That
familiar.
sounds right.
I thought his name was Greg.
Galen's like, it was Rez, you guys. Come on.
Regis is just like,
Probably.
he seems nice.
He was quiet, but he was really good with a bow, so we
He
kept
was
him around.
very good with a bow.
Wow.
Probably better with a bow than I am with fucking magic, so, you know.
True, and a trident.
In
You,
general,
you want any practice with that? I'm pretty good with like pole arms. I could probably teach you some stuff.
Oh, I sold that shit.
Oh, well, that's probably for the best.
It is. It is. I'll stick to knives. It'll be fun. You do notice that he has, like, a rapier on his waist now, though.
All right.
I don't think I've actually ever seen you hit anything with weapons ever.
He's turning.
I
over
did
a
it
leaf.
once. I did hit something with my trident once.
Okay.
It was a pretty cool moment. I was there for that.
It was...
It was cool to just
Liberating.
see you so happy, like in your moment, in your element.
Yeah.
You know,
And, you know, I'm hit or miss, but, I mean...
because a lot of times when you-
Occasionally when I hit... Remember when I made that big circle? Yeah.
sure.
One out of 100, pretty cool.
Yep. If you shit in the toilet 100 times, it's gonna hit eventually.
Three sighs. He's just like,
What?
It's monk wisdom. You would understand.
all right.
Must be an ancient proverb.
Well, early morning, favorable winds.
Are they?
You guys need to do anything else before we take off?
I'm ready for Pashara.
Pashara.
Ready to go wherever we're going.
I'll
Going to find bear people.
Oh, bear
Presumably,
people.
you'll find people you can actually wrestle.
When you say bear
No.
people, do you mean like naked people or like bear people?
I've never
Like-
eaten a bear person before.
Roar going to rip your face off bear people. We don't actually know what they look like.
super
They're just
curious.
described
I'm
as
so curious.
seen in form. So
All right, I'm ready to go. I've got apparently, according to Galen and Gregor, we've got food and water for the journey.
that's what they
So
said.
I trust them. Otherwise, we'll go fishing and we'll find some shit on the way.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
All right. So, you guys make your way through the city of Brack to the docks. Thray hands over the gold needed for the rest of the gold needed for supplies and for docking fees and all that. Proceeds to get the tiny boats, untie everything. You guys now see that it's been fitted with like some benches and other seating on the deck, so you guys can actually like have a place to like relax out on deck.
Rogar can play his
Ray,
drum.
huh?
Rogar can play his drum. He has a drum.
Rogar can play the drum.
Pretty sure I have a loot.
Oh, a lute. You have a damn, son. I thought you were a drum boy.
Nope. I just.
He's just like this amazing musician out of nowhere.
Damn it. So, you get on the boat. He points at the new Thray points at the new ceiling. You go down below deck and see that it's now like cleaned out very well. There's a little bit more space. There are some barrels and some crates and things like that. But they're more pushed towards like the front and the back of the boat as opposed to like in the center where you guys would be sleeping, or taking cover if it's raining. Thray also points out that he has took the liberty of buying some various board games and like cards and like entertainment. You're gonna be 3 weeks. There's
Does he
even
got
some.
Monopoly?
He's got Monopoly? Alright, if you do, you're not going to be the baker. Ray, I'm sorry. I don't trust you. Rogar can be the
I
baker.
don't know what the game is, but no, we don't have it.
Well,
We have Dragon Chess and some other stuff.
I'll play some Dragon Chess.
So, all right.
And definitely,
So,
how long is this journey, do you think, Ray? About?
should take about 3 weeks.
Whew.
3 weeks is the max for.
That's a lot of
We're gonna
ocean
be in
time.
open water.
And it's all open water, right? You said we're not stopping anywhere. It's just
Nope.
all right.
We're
hope we get some
heading
good.
into waters that are just charted as empty.
Should we try and chart it? I don't know if anyone. I have like paper and calligraphy tools, but I don't know if I have like cartographer skills. I could try my
Ray's like-
best.
Three double checks. Actually, give me a second. I might. I don't know. Let's find out. It would make sense for the geographer to have
Like
cartography skills.
or like navigator's equipment or something. Navigator's tools.
God, they changed everything. I forgot. D&D Beyond, they switched up the layout, and so I'm having trouble finding everything I need to find.
Did they do it again?
What?
'Cause
They did it earlier this week.
Oh, it looks the same to me. You mean on the character sheet or somewhere else?
Wow.
Who's that?
I think it's probably Natty.
I muted him, but I hear it, so I don't think it is.
Is it me?
Is it Chase?
What
Oh,
happened?
you can hear it. Can you hear any crazy noises, Chase?
Not anymore. No.
Did you hear them though? It was almost like the AOL like
Oh no.
logging in noise.
My headset said battery low, so I was trying to charge it.
Oh,
And
maybe that's what it was. Okay,
it,
that was scary.
disconnected me.
I thought there was a poltergeist in all of our.
I was gonna say ghost.
Thray does not have cartography skills, and Thray's like,
That's okay.
the area's been charted, but they just say that it's open water. So
I'll leave it to those more skilled to do it. To be perfectly honest.
Are you pretty good skilled sailor, Regis?
I am a landbound man.
Yeah, we're looking for like an experienced sailor though for this crew. Are you?
I mean,
do you have any?
I mean, can you tell North?
Thray is literally in the process of flying the boat and just flips all of you off.
I can tell you this. I know what
Goes
water
back down.
is. Does that help?
Oh, perfect. You're probably better than any of us right now.
Nice. All right.
I pull out a map and I point.
Do you
to
get seasick, Regis?
I mean, I'm assuming. I guess I'm not hungover. I think I can probably hold my bodily functions pretty well.
Okay. I pull out a map and I point to the water
Yeah.
and I say, "Is this land or water?"
That is water. Yes,
Nice.
water. That is that. Yes.
You point. Yeah, perfect.
Regis just points to a spot where clearly here, and then just makes a circle around this area.
I think he's set to be captain. Do we have a captain yet?
I don't think so.
I've never been a captain of a ship.
This Thray jumps up back onto the deck with like the ropes, and it's just like pulling everything, like dropping sails and getting
As soon
everything
as he
ready.
starts
and just kind of
doing
looks
that-
at you and goes,
I roll up and I'm like, Captain Thray, sir, do you need help with anything, sir?
"No, we're good.
Oh, good, cool.
You can sit. I mean, if you want to learn, I can teach you, but
Oh yeah, they did change shit. Sources, game rules, creations. Interesting.
Oh, on D&D Beyond, yeah, they got this new Twitch plugin.
They do.
Overlay.
Or the one that shows
Overlay
your like
text.
your stats and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know.
They've
Some
had that
kind of
that
extension.
one for a while. Anyways,
all right, back to the game. So,
what game? This is life, Zach.
so as the wind catches the sails, everything just kind of starts moving. You kind of hear everything get going and start moving out of the port. And it's a bright, sunny day, great weather, nice temperature. Seems like a good day for sailing. So,
Have we been like trying to figure out the sailboat? Is that what happened?
No, Thray knows how
no,
it works.
Thray was handling the sailboat because he's a fucking sailor, you assholes.
Regis
I
is
don't know.
going to be our captain, though, because he knows how to sail pretty well.
Yeah, we
Yes,
pointed
as
to
long
a
as we-
map,
hmm
and he knows the
Boats
difference
are-
between the land and the water, so he's fit to be captain.
Guys, boats also go in water. So as long as we stay in the
Whoa.
water, we can sail.
Okay, okay, I hear what you're saying. Thray,
Yes.
come over here. Take some notes. Listen to this.
Gregor knows nothing about sailing, but Natty can actually sail, and it's
Thray just
magical.
takes his hands off the wheel and it's just like,
Dives
fuck
overboard.
it, you guys
No, Thray, no, hang
handle
on.
yourself. Like, and you're still in the port. There are other
Haven't
ships.
even left yet.
There are like
We're gonna
like,
die.
other things going on, and Thray's just fuck it. Somebody else do it then.
Thray,
Have
listen.
fun.
We were just joshing, just
At this
pulling,
point, you guys are
yanking
getting
your chain.
dangerously close to another boat.
You
I run over and I grab the wheel and I turn it to the left. I don't know which way it's at.
turn it into the
No,
boat.
that works. Away. Yeah.
Away.
Away from the other boat. And Thray just looks at points and he's like, obviously you don't need me.
No, Thray. I was not part of making fun of you. Please, for my sake. Come
Yes,
on, man.
Pretty easy.
Do it
At this
for-
point,
do it
you're
for
like
Gregor.
heading towards
Come
another.
on.
Just turn this wheel.
Thray, get
One
back
of the
here.
doctor,
God damn it.
one of the like Doc Haynes is just like yelling. You can't tell what he's saying, but he's just like, no.
Three. I have 3 gold in my pocket. I'll give it to you if you keep us from dying.
Thray grabs the wheel and just one-handed and just turns it back to where it needs to be going.
Alright, I'm gonna give you 3 gold, because I promise.
Alright, Aramel's gonna pop up on one of the railings and just
I wasn't making fun of you.
enjoy the ride.
It's not you. It's the rest of these assholes. I'm gonna go with you fuckers for 3 weeks.
Wow,
Fuck
Ray.
me.
After
I gave you the
did
3
so
gold, by
much
the
for
way.
you.
I've been doing so good without drinking, too.
You've been doing
Hang on,
okay.
did you start drinking because of us?
No, he drank
I mean,
before that.
Did he?
I assume.
Yes,
I mean-
I started drinking because of you.
Yeah,
He
I'm
did-
not surprised.
Really, he probably quit drinking because of us.
Hang on,
Probably
did one of you guys
feels
drink
such
my
pressure
beer?
on People.
It is gone.
One of you...
Did you spill it?
Ghost beer. Fucking ghost beer.
I'm out of beer
That's what
too.
that noise was.
I think Kylie drank it.
Sorry.
Alright.
Why you gotta do me like that?
Just gotta drink this whiskey now.
I have a problem.
So,
Alright, enough
Ray
shenanigans.
navigates everyone, navigates the boat out of the port, past the other boats, heads in a south west direction. You see him checking his compass. He's got this big map with like lots of notes and other things on it. It looks like there's some different trade winds that have been marked out, some general calculations, things like that.
Dude, what are those numbers?
Yeah.
Nice.
The kid was real good with them.
Huh? What'd you say?
The kid that helped me figure out where we're going. He was really good with numbers.
God, you guys
Actually,
are
just
nerds.
pretty
Math is-
fucking genius. You know what? You can get the fuck off my boat.
Your boat?
I'm the captain. Fuck
You
you.
didn't do shit in that fight that got us this boat, so fuck off.
I
Dude, we're
would've-
gonna die. Our whole team is gonna die. He's gonna light the boat on fire with us in it.
All I know is that at some point in this journey, Aramil grabs his painter supplies and sets them up and starts to paint a fantastic ocean vista. But
I mean, that's fine.
Once
You've set out, right?
once he's done with the ocean vista, though, he spends the entire rest of the journey that isn't occupied trying to draw what he thinks a bear person looks like.
I feel like
And it's mostly
Oh,
just like
Gavin and I are trying to cook. We were reading the cookbook.
Fucking
and
shit.
trying to...
It's amazing.
I feel like Aramel's like he's into gardening, he's into like painting. He's a very refined gentleman.
he lived for a long time alone. He had to kind of pass the time with stuff.
You can just masturbate constantly.
It was, first 20 years, maybe.
The first... oh.
And then I forgot what a woman looked like.
And then stop mattering.
And he was like, wait a minute. There's plants and beauty in the world. I'll paint it.
So, you guys get going. First day is gorgeous. At that point, you've still got like seagulls like squawking right up on your boats. It's going perfectly fine. You
Okay,
managed to
actually, really
paint
quickly.
this beautiful ocean vista. Actually, make a sleight of hand check with advantage because you've got
Ooh.
fucking nothing else to do.
Ooh.
Alright.
Arrow.
Oh, well, real quick, I was going to say, I can go over to the Roll20 overlay, and which way from Brack are we going? Like, which direction?
You're southwest.
And where is Brack
Where's
again?
this? Yeah, where is Brack?
Are you...
Oh, on the map before.
Oh, it's
Yeah, or like
number
the map
3.
that's on Roll20 right now.
Number 3.
So Brack is.
Oh, yeah, Brack and Shady's down there. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys are literally leaving that map.
Which...
Hey,
oh,
you're not going off the edge of the edge of the world, but like
Are we going south?
you're going southwest.
Oh, shit. Okay, so we're going, like, around the island and out that way.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Intriguing. Okay, just curious. Okay, I'll make my check now.
That's
I like the
not
Irish
the world map,
music.
and it'll be fine.
Sleight of hand, you said?
So
21.
21.
Yeah.
Okay. You make a genuinely beautiful painting of like this ocean vista. Like it's got like all the right colors, like blended and shaded. It's got like this artistic style to it.
Happy little trees.
A couple seagulls that aren't just the
M's.
basic seagulls. It's like actually well done.
Can I
Even Thray looks at it and is like, "Damn, that's pretty impressive."
I thank you very much.
after I see Aramel's painting, can I try to paint what I think bear people look like also?
It's a brown line on a piece of paper.
Well, so I was gonna say, it takes most of the day for him to make his painting.
Okay.
By that point, gotten dark. I'm not gonna make Galen roll, but you can do it with advantage, Gregor. I want you to make a wisdom check.
Really?
With advantage to see how well you cook the first day.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
Just a check.
Interesting. All right.
Well, because because with something like this, right? Like you don't have like. Thray did get you a cookbook, but like it's much more of like a gut feeling at this point.
I bought the cookbook.
You bought the cookbook.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I rolled a 15.
Okay.
Also,
so
I'm using the dice that you got me.
Aw.
Aww. Okay, 15. You make a pretty good meal.
Nice.
It's solid.
How does it taste?
Galen's very excited. You guys are like handing out food to people.
Thank you guys so much.
It's as the night sets, things kind of just generally quiet down. Nothing really seems to happen. The second day arises. Aramil attempts to draw what a bear. There's not a fucking stat for imagination.
Yeah,
So
it kind of, I'd say like it probably ends up.
make a nature check.
I was gonna say it probably ends up looking a lot like Gregor, but like with a bit with more hair, like a lot more hair.
Yeah, I want you to make a nature check.
Okay.
This is my sweater that never comes off.
Nature, I got a 10.
You got a 10.
Yep.
Wait, are you talking about Aramil or oh,
Aramil.
he's trying to do yeah, sorry, I forgot that he's
You got a 10. Everybody kind of looks at it. They're
It's like Gregor,
Thray,
but with
like
bare
steps,
arms.
Thray locks the wind like so when he's just like, is that Rogar but with fur?
It's a work in progress. Have you seen a bear recently?
Never seen a bear before.
I haven't seen
Aramil,
one
my
in a
man.
long time.
But I know
Aramil,
what
you
a bear looks like, and I'm pretty sure it's not that.
They may have evolved. I don't know.
Aramil, my
I
man.
mean, maybe they've been separated for like. Yeah. I mean, they have been separated from us for like 6,000 years, something like that.
I'll keep working on it. I'll keep working on it. You know, my scene paintings, my scenery is good. I just gotta work on figures. You know, figures is tough. I didn't have a lot of figures to practice on. You know, in my isolation.
Roger, I want to see you convince Aramil to let you use them to draw a bear person.
All right, I will. I want to draw a bear person too.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
I want.
I'll rip,
I want it.
I'll rip him off a piece of paper.
Nice.
Because I would also like to see this.
And some crayons.
No, I don't have crayons. I have paints though. I give him my paints and a brush.
Okay. Oh, by the way, that nature check should have been with proficiency because you were using your painter's tools. Now that would have made a difference. It was
13.
still 12,
Yeah, whatever.
13. So like,
Whatever.
all right. Just roll a straight I'm gonna make you do 2 checks. You're gonna have to
Okay.
roll a nature check and a sleight of hand check.
Alright, sleight of hand.
Oh, I get it. Interesting. How well does he imagine it, and how well does he actually paint it?
Yep.
Yeah.
How well does that imagination come to life?
Hold on, let me pull up my person to see if I get any kind of advantages.
You didn't have your character sheet up?
He just remembers the attack ads.
Come
That's all
on,
he needs to
man.
know.
I have no advantages, so
Yeah, not surprised.
the first one I got a 17.
Oh
Nature.
shit!
Okay. So you're like wilderness background, you're survivor. Okay. Yeah,
Got it.
like I've seen plenty of bears. I've wrestled some bears. I've got a good idea of what a bear
I've-
fucking looks like.
Got
I
it.
ate
Got
him there
it.
once.
Got a 12 for my my drawing skills.
Sleight of
So
hand.
like you have it like pictured in your head, but you only get like a crude thing down on the canvas. Ray comes over and he's like, "Well, it doesn't look like you, so I guess it's an improvement."
Perfect drawing, really. That's how a bear looks exactly in real life.
As all
Sure.
this stuff, as all this stuff is happening, Gregor's getting more and more solitary, just staring out in the ocean.
Oh, I should mention today, Gregor also looks so much worse than what he did yesterday. He is so much sick.
Gregor, are you okay? Do you feel alright?
Alright.
You look
Fine.
like shit, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, you look like ass.
I appreciate
Absolutely shit.
you. Please stop.
On a normal boat, we would quarantine your ass below deck, but
Do you
unfortunately,
want to like
we don't really
try and
end
throw
below
up
deck.
or something? Would that help?
Oh wait, am I sick? Is that what happened? I
Yeah,
thought we were doing something. Huh?
you're sick. Yeah.
Oh.
Do you need a
Oh,
bucket?
Chop off a
Galen's
limb or
like-
something.
Gregor, are you okay?
I'm fine. Go away.
Galen casts Lesser Restoration.
Galen does not cast Lesser Restoration, but
Damn it!
tries to say, Gregor, I mean, we're clerics. I can probably heal you.
Yeah, go ahead and give it a shot. That'd be awesome.
Okay. I don't have the spell prep, but tomorrow I can do it.
Cool.
I lean over to Regis, be like, bet 10 gold he's dead tomorrow.
Wait, what?
I also have Lesser Restoration. Can I cast it on?
If it's ready, yeah, you can.
Alright, I'm just gonna cast it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I feel better?
You kind of go over to the railing and like just like sneeze and vomit all at once.
Ew.
Like everything's kind of expelled. But like afterwards, you like wipe your face off with like hopefully a handkerchief and
Something.
Sure,
like
why not?
Just this cape.
You're just
Rogar's
like,
loincloth.
Some extra sail material.
Rogar's loincloth.
and Thray kind of looks.
Doesn't realize what it is.
Thray like leans over the edge and like just like what the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Do you need to lie down?
God, you fucking look like the Black Plague. Holy shit, man.
What's the Black Plague? Is that from where you're from, Thuray?
I think
It's just
I
a
think-
plague. There's been a bunch of plagues. You've got the Black Plague, the Red Plague, the Green Plague.
Ugh, I don't like the Red Plague. That sounds
I
gross.
throw
Is there a blue plague?
I throw up again at all the talks about the different kinds of plagues I could have. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Blue Plague. Now
and lie
that
down.
was really interesting.
I'll just rub his back.
Thray proceeds to go into like a small list of like the different plagues that he has heard about traveling the high seas and how disgusting and terrible they were. Also,
Wow.
I'm out of whiskey, which is upsetting. It's not true. I have another bottle just over there. But
Not true. Not that upsetting. Why do we even mention it?
because I'm out of the good stuff.
Oh, you have
Like
more.
the stuff
Okay.
that's like
I see.
really nice and drinkable.
Well, what's the good stuff? It's for our stream sponsors, if they want to sponsor us.
That's like Ron White. You guys know Ron White? The comedian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who he's constantly drinking on stage. Someone goes, "What are you drinking?" And he goes, "If they were sponsoring me, I'd have it in their bottle, not mine."
It's like whoever wants to pay me more. I fucking love Ron White. He's got one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard.
Oh God, Ron White.
Tater salad?
No, can I tell it?
They-
It's really
They
funny.
call me.
Might as well.
You do that. I'm going
Alright.
to grab the other.
All right, you do it. So it's this joke about how the news was saying a little bit ago when the hurricane rolled through that everyone was evacuating the city and everyone was getting out, except for one 60-year-old man who had tied himself to a palm tree because he said he was physically fit to withstand the force of the hurricane. Now, it's not that the wind is blowing.
Oh yeah.
It's what the wind is
The wind
blowing.
blowing.
If you get hit with a Volvo, it don't matter how many sit-ups you did that morning. This is his delivery on that whole joke.
His
Kills me.
His delivery is amazing.
It's so good.
And he's got like clouds of smoke coming out of his
I know,
nose because he's
he's
smoking a cigar, and
all
he's
that
half
shit.
drunk because he's been drinking all day.
And tater salad is just a classic. Like,
Tater
hey,
salad's
call
amazing.
me tater salad.
Tater salad.
Are you Ron Tater Salad White?
You caught me.
You
You caught the tater.
caught the tater.
By the way, for anybody watching, this is Pumpkin. Pumpkin is
Fuck you,
my
Pumpkin.
cat.
A
Pumpkin
vicious
sucks.
bird.
Also, as you can see, not orange. I didn't name him. It's not my fault.
Pumpkin is a kill murderer.
He's a murderer.
He's a kill murder versus a hustler.
Yeah, you saw it. Just vicious. Anyways, so you guys are like talking, having conversations. The day ends. The next day starts. At this point, there's
Wait.
you kind of getting into a rhythm. What?
Wait. The next morning, everyone wakes up and they find me sitting at like the little fireplace, burning my Bane vestments, my Bane like cloak.
We have a fireplace in the boat?
Yeah, that's how we cook.
There is like a contained
Oh.
stove,
I was
like
wow.
fireplace / stove.
It's just the front of the boat's on fire. That's how we
It's
cook.
alright, guys. I got this. I can make
Makes
water.
sense.
Thray, who has been up on deck sailing, just as has smelled this, checked in, saw what he was doing, and just pops his head back up.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
Oh, that Thray had like been up on deck, like sailing.
Yeah.
Periodically waking up, making adjustments, that sort of thing. And poked his head down to see what you were burning because he could smell something that wasn't food.
Right.
And just like saw you were throwing something in there and was like, his thing.
What are you doing,
Talk to him
Gregor?
if he needs to.
Regis runs up is like, ah, yeah, we're burning stuff. Yes.
I got stuff. Hold on.
These are the robes they gave me at the Temple of Bane before I left. I'm sick of this shit.
Can't believe you
Poke it
haven't.
with a stick or something.
Can't believe you haven't burned them yet. I mean, it sounded so painful. Your time there.
I forgot I had them. I was going through my stuff this morning when I woke up. Oh, yesterday I was thinking about it. I'm angry.
I feel like we all kind of understand at least where you're coming from, but
Yeah, man.
I hope
Galen
Thea-
comes up and like puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, "Are you okay?"
I think I'll be alright. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be used by the guys who don't give a shit about us anymore.
in my readings, at least in my experience, it seems like gods are best served when they help you and they give you something to yearn to be,
Yeah.
to strive towards, not to be subjugated and used. So
Yeah.
I hope this Thea can give you something more than Bane could ever.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you guys. Anyway, let's go make breakfast.
Okay.
Should I roll to make breakfast? I'm gonna roll to make breakfast.
Yeah, roll for
Oh.
breakfast.
25,
Oh
23.
shit!
Bravo,
good
you
breakfast.
make
Burning Bane's vestments made me feel a lot better.
You kind of like push.
Probably added that extra smoke.
You're like, I got it this morning. You start cooking, using your spell to like multiply food and water, and you kind of
Like Jesus.
like, careful, and you're like, no, you want to kind of like get an idea and whip up some amazing food. Everybody is, I mean, at least the Ray is very, very impressed.
Animal is too.
We're just as happy.
Happy to get something better than what we got the last day.
Yeah.
So Thray kind of gets you guys on deck, and it's all right. I want him to take the first couple nights to like get us out away from anything dangerous. Now we're just kind of in open water. I need to sleep properly. So
Understandable.
You can teach me what to do.
who would feel comfortable taking tonight's shift? I'll show you how to use an astrolabe, and it'll be great.
All of us feel comfortable.
I built a raft before.
Rogar is experienced in sailing.
He built a raft out of the alligator once. Wait,
That's impressive.
I'm remembering that
No,
wrong.
he didn't.
Build raft claws.
Thray's like, oh, Steve, and like reaches into a pocket and pulls out the flips it around his
What?
head.
How does Steve do it?
And you see him just close his eyes,
That was Steve.
and he goes,
What's he doing?
"See
Is he dead?
Can't be. Steve's gotta
I
be
see
alligator king by now.
a woman. She's
What?
not attractive. She kind of looks like a hag, but not quite.
Steve's gonna kill her.
And there are people bowing. He's still in the jungle, but there's a cleared area, and there's people bowing, and I don't know.
Wait,
I
is
don't
it the
know.
hag?
He's just eating now. He kind of like
I think Steve just became a king.
Steve's god. God alligator.
Hey, Thray,
That
do you
was
mind
really
if
weird.
Good name for a
do,
god.
do, do you mind if we take that? It might help us on our adventure.
he tosses it to you. By all means, I'm totally fine with not having an eyeball in my pocket. So
That's true. It probably got a lot of. You probably like went reaching for your, coins or something and grabbed it a few times and been like, ugh.
yeah.
What is it? What was it called?
I don't know if I've made a one for it.
Yeah, I'll just make an other possession. I just call it the eye.
Eye of Steve seeing.
Let me double check real quick. I might actually have.
I wanna clarify something. The eye of Steve seeing. We can see what any of us is seeing, right? It's not just Steve.
It's called the Necklace of Friendly Sight.
The necklace of friendly sight.
It's just Steve now.
It's designed for Steve only. Because if we sever that connection, we can never get it back.
Oh, it has to get attuned.
Oh.
Yeah. You can't use it to see Regis.
Right, Regis is not part of this, but the other four of us can see through it.
Really, Rez
Okay.
or Galen. Really.
No, Galen
Oh,
was
so-
there.
It's only the three of us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's only three of us.
Me and Aramu and Rogar. Crazy.
That's right.
And Thray.
And Thray.
And Steve.
And Steve.
It's really
And
five.
Steve.
And Grubby's
Steve
and
is
Grubby
really good.
and Grubby's girlfriend.
Jeez, I forgot all about that.
What is she? What is she doing? Did Steve eat her?
I hope so. I don't
You
really
can
care.
look back at it. Here you go.
I take it and put it on, and I close my eyes.
Just start screaming incoherently.
And I'm just like, she's looking. I think she's looking down at Steve.
What
Grubby's girlfriend?
happened? What did we do to that place?
And just like takes it off and hands it to you, and he's just like,
I want to look. What do I see?
Here you go.
you see a lush jungle, with a cleared area. There are a couple rows of people that are all standing attentively, in like lines looking up at whose eyes are you seeing through?
Well, I'm
The
looking
girl, I guess.
through the eyeball, like just trying to shut down.
Yeah,
like,
but are you
oh,
looking through
girl.
Steve's eyes or the girl?
Girl.
You see her turn away from the people. You notice like an alligator or a crocodile as she turns. And notice that the alligator is like kind of propped up, like the not. It looks like it's the crocodile's structure has shifted slightly. So instead of just like moving along the ground and kind of waddling, it's kind of like shifted so that now it's like kind of leaning up on something. And then you see her turn, and there is a small new stone structure behind her that she walks into. And then it kind of gets fuzzy and almost cuts out.
Interesting.
Steve's doing some crazy shit right now, guys.
What did he say?
I think he's being used in a ritual, or he's watching it.
Maybe he's the ritual leader.
Steve?
Maybe
What
he's
if-
leading a cult now.
What if Thea is Steve?
Is Steve the alligator?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
he's an alligator.
That
yeah,
wasn't meant
for the
to be
record,
clear.
for everyone,
I wasn't sure at
Steve
first.
is the crocodile that they befriended and tried to.
Befriended?
Befriended
You mean
is a
that?
very strong word.
We
You
stole
guys
it.
slept with him?
Whoever fought him tied him up and then used him as a weapon and trained
Then
him.
became his owner.
I tamed him.
his owner. He tamed it.
Didn't we then drop it into a pile of corpses and left it there by mistake?
I think he just
On
climbed in
accident,
on
yeah,
his
you
own.
just left him there. He did just
Wasn't-
come in there on his own.
Wasn't a mistake. I sent him.
You set him loose.
So, anyways, Thray is like, that was some weird fucking shit.
Oh, Steve.
I mean,
Can't take him
Steve's
anywhere.
living his own life. He's making his own way.
He's living his best
So-
life.
So beautiful.
See one tear rolling down Rogar's cheek. Looking out towards the sea.
Wish
Start
I
crying
could
by
do that.
myself. Just dry.
Alright, anyway. So now that
Anyways,
we've gotten Steven
wonderful
breakfast.
breakfast. That day passes. Another couple days pass.
And
I'm
like,
bored.
and are we seeing any
You-
like other vessels? Anything on the
You
water?
occasionally will see some larger, what look like merchant ships, like on the horizon. None of them get real close.
Super
It
far
seems
away.
like they're generally just doing their business. You see a pot of whales at one point. A few sharks occasionally pop up by. Nothing that's like wildly unusual.
I'd say like at the dawn of the third day, Aramel starts to go fishing a little bit, try and catch some fish.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Feel
let
like
me know when
Rita
it's evening
Soldier
time.
right
I
now.
want to try something.
What? What was that?
You're talking to me or
Raider,
to?
what's up? What'd you say?
Let me know when it's evening time. I have a. Although,
Okay.
given the music change, I may take back the thing I was going to do.
You're. Anyways, so Aramil decides to go fishing. Dun dun dun.
Da, da, da.
All right. So Thray got some like poles that are not just like bamboo sticks, like they're like kind of actual fishing poles. He also has a small net that you can pull behind the boat, like some other general stuff. Are you just gonna use like a pole?
Mhm.
Okay. Make a nature check.
15.
Yeah, let me know when it's. Ooh.
What was it?
15.
15. All right. So you, it takes you a little bit, right? You're in open water. Just like a ton of huge, like schools, like fish just readily available. But after an hour, you do manage to catch something. It's rather small, but I mean, seems to do the trick.
Alright. As long as I get it on shore, I proceed to kill it with my quarterstaff.
You pull a fish up and just like beat it.
Yep.
As you smack it this time, you notice as you hit it, there's a splatter of bodily fluids and blood, and like as you quick hit it, those liquids seem to get pulled into the spike prongs on Batosai.
Yep.
Just got, which is something that you had not seen Batosai do before. Like it always kind of had this feeling that like it enjoyed killing whatever you gave it to kill, but you had never seen it actually draw in physical material.
Well, that's interesting.
I
I like jam it into this fish and just like leave it there. And let it drink.
Okay. You go back about half an hour later, and the fish is just bone dry. There is no liquid left in it whatsoever. The meat is almost looks like it's been salted. Like it's just, I mean, there's just nothing to it.
Can I take it? Can I take a bite out of the fish?
There's nothing there anymore.
I mean, yeah, you can.
I take a bite out of the fish.
It just seems like dried fish.
Some salt and
It's
pepper
just-
and a little lemon.
Thray kind of looks and it's just like fucking weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
So
Oh.
nighttime falls.
I want to do something during the day.
Okay, what do you want to do?
You know how I bought those empty potion glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to pour my my rechargeable potion of greater healing into one of them.
You want to what?
You remember how I got that potion that refills itself or whatever? I want to pour the contents into one of the other potion bottles.
You got a
Okay.
potion that refills itself?
I had
Was I
no
not there
idea
for
you
that?
had that.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I'm sure I
He
did,
does.
but I forgot. It's amazing.
I forget. Do you have the exact rules I gave you?
You said it was right when I got it, it was a potion of healing greater. And then you said it would evolve with me as I level up,
Yes.
and I could use it once a day and it refilled itself. So every day.
So as you pour the liquid into the other bottle, it seems pretty standard. Fills the other bottle pretty completely. Night falls, right? So you're still waiting to see what happens. Night falls. Nettie, did you say that Gregor wanted to do something?
He did.
What is Gregor gonna do?
Hey guys, I pull out the little vial of white powder. I'm pretty sure this is drugs, and I'm really bored. You guys want to give it a shot?
Just throws it, puts it in a line on the deck.
Sure.
So I take some out.
I'll pass,
Huh?
but thank you.
Thray kind of puts his hand up like, Galen, do you want to? You absolutely should. Galen's like, I don't know, guys.
What if
I don't
the
know if
cops
that's-
find us?
I'm
Peer
gonna
pressure.
do it, Galen. You should do it too. It's gonna be awesome.
All the cool kids are doing it, Galen.
Because he's not here, make a persuasion check, Rogar.
I'm
Just
pretty
like a
sure
monkey
realized there's
NPC.
no way he would do it.
Oh no, I think he actually would. I think there's a chance.
I don't think there
do
is.
it. All right.
He's curious about everything, so like,
He's curious, but he's also on like his god's shit list right now, so I think he's being super careful with what he does.
I got 3. So
Yeah,
Okay.
well, there you go.
so
Can I make a persuasion
Galen's like,
check?
I don't. No.
Damn.
Galen's kind of like, I don't think so. Just kind of like
you're
goes to the other side of the boat.
you're gonna be missing out.
All right.
You don't want none of this
Um,
shit, do we? I think I
Wait,
want
so who
it.
is it? So it's me. It's Rogar and Regis. You in?
Regis sees Rogar doing it. It's like, yeah, fuck it. All right.
Okay.
So,
We need it now.
I don't really know how big this is, but 1 pinch per person.
Therese, like, I think that's about right.
Salt
Do I
Bay.
snort
you
it,
guys-
I'm assuming?
You snort it. And as you do, you wait a couple minutes. Nothing seems to happen. Therese, like, just wait.
This is bullshit. I don't feel anything.
Was it a bum batch? Was it not actually drugs?
Maybe it's not drugs. Maybe it's just
Oh.
like,
All
Maybe
of a
it's
sudden,
sugar.
Maybe it's the first
Yeast,
time,
yeah.
you know? Doesn't
you
he
all
get-
feel your hearts start thumping.
oh god, there's danger. What's happening? Someone help me.
All of us that are watching see your pupils get real big. All of you experience like this slight color shift as the colors of the world don't so much as like go to black and white or anything like that. They just like shift slightly off tone. So things just look slightly off kilter.
Gregor,
and
are
realize that
you
can't keep balance at all, right?
Wait, say
So
it again.
your sense of balance just goes to shit. So you guys are just falling over each other.
I'm,
So,
like,
I need you-
I'm,
I need
I'm
you
holding
all
one
to
of like
make
the
a
stanchions with all my might.
I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay, wait. Actually, I rolled a 15.
Wait, you rolled a 15 or is that a 17 minus 2?
I rolled a 17 and I got a 15.
Nice.
I got
But,
a
wait.
13.
Hang
I got a 23.
Nice.
Hang on. I have, well, first of all, awesome. Second of all, I have a ring of dexterity.
A ring of what?
No, I have a ring of evasion. But what it says is, when you fail a dexterity saving throw, which I don't know if I have or not, you can use a reaction to expend one of its charges to succeed at saving throw extent.
Yeah. No, actually. So okay. So in that case, do you want to?
Well, you rolled a 15. Is that a fail?
It is the fail. Yeah.
Oh,
And
shit.
yes, I want to. I want to use my ring. I want to keep.
No. He said that he rolled a 15 and it dropped to a 13.
No, he rolled a
No, no, no,
17
no.
and it was a 15.
I rolled
You
a
rolled
17.
a 17 and it dropped to a 15. Okay. So no, you passed it.
All right. Well, then
So-
never mind.
I was
I
like,
passed the
damn.
dexterity test. I'm fine,
So
guys.
you guys are just giddy. You're kind of like falling over, but like managed to keep on holding up. That you're not like hurting yourself. We're all just thinking this is fucking hilarious. And then there's a
I don't like this.
and Three all of a sudden just gets this real excited expression on his face. Fuck yes. Three's like, everybody get your weapons out.
What's that snapping noise, by the way?
Are we about to fight while we're stoned?
By the way, one of you is like dropping a dice on the desk. It's real
Oh.
distracting. If you could stop.
My bad.
I think
My bad.
it's-
So
Yeah,
there's a
I was trying
I
And
pull
then
out my
all of
hammer.
a
I'm like, I
sudden-
got this. I got it. Where was
Oh,
To
all
humor
of a
Gregor, I
sudden-
pull out my quarterstaff.
right. All of a sudden, a fish, a fairly large fish, smacks Thoray in the side of the face.
Sucker.
Another one lands and smacks Regis on the side.
What?
They just start thumping onto the boat. And
What?
Thuray, you just hear Thuray call out, "Flying fish! The good eatings, get them!" I need everybody to make a dexterity check. Everybody that's on drugs has to do it at a disadvantage.
Natural 20.
Oh,
I'm using my
Nice.
thing because. Oh, hang on a
nice.
second.
Got 18.
I'm using my ring.
Got
It's
a.
a check, not a saving throw, so you can't use it.
Yep. Let's check
I got a
that.
15.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Got a 6.
Okay,
Okay,
like,
okay,
Regis
okay.
just like lifts up his shield.
Oh, and Galen. Okay, so Galen passes. Alright, so everybody got over a 15. You got a fish.
I got a fish.
Wait,
Can I have 2 fish because I got a natural 20?
Yes, you got 2 fish.
Yeah, I got
You
2
guys
fish.
just like, you just like, "What up?" and just like bounce 2 fish up and
Deflect missiles.
I mean, he's a monk. Are
The
we
other ones are like,
surprised?
they're like hitting, smacking guys in the face. They're like landing on the boat and just like flopping over. Thray tries to go for one and just totally misses.
This music is
Galen
fucking
does-
flawless, by the way.
Right. I was like, this is what I need for this song. So the fish are hitting. Galen's like trying to grab one, manages to like catch it, and he's like manages to get one and like pull it close to himself and like smack it and throw it on the ground. I need everybody to make another dexterity check.
I guess disadvantage, you said?
19.
I got a 10.
7.
Got a 7.
All right. So wait, you made it over 15?
I got a 19.
A 19? Anybody else?
No.
No? Okay.
I got 3 fish.
Everybody else at this point is just like, kind of like, fucking.
I'm on the fish.
Gregor's just like, "Ah!" Puts his shield up. Oh! Starts
Make it
calling
stop.
down lightning. Or like
I feel
the
like-
the
I feel
fish
like
hit him
Zach
and he
is
like
waiting
channels
for me to get
divinity
high
and
for just this moment.
So, at this point, though, you notice that the fish are actually getting bigger.
Oh no.
God.
Like,
Oh man.
the fish are getting to about 2 feet long, so like they actually could like fucking hit you hard.
No, you're not allowed.
And as this is all happening, now you see why they're jumping up into the boat and see that there are a couple sharks outside the boat.
Oh
Tell me
god.
the sharks can't jump.
So we're gonna do 2 more rolls. Okay. I need you everybody make a dexterity saving or a dexterity roll. Okay. And I need you to tell me if you got below a 10.
Oh, we saw disadvantage.
I got a 10
Yeah.
on the nose.
I got
Got
an
a
11.
Got a 15.
Are we still at disadvantage?
If you're high, yes.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Nope, just kidding. I got a 7.
I got a 4.
4,
Got 15.
10.
15. Okay, cool. So you guys like Galen manages to grab another one, but Regis and Gregor,
No.
both of you
No.
need to make.
I know what's gonna happen. God damn it.
Huh? You don't know what's gonna happen.
I feel like you're gonna knock us out of the boat. I'm scared.
No. Make a dexterity saving throw.
No. You do need to make a dexterity saving throw, actually.
Then I use my goddamn ring. I'm not even
Now
gonna-
you can use your ring.
Oh, no.
Just roll for it.
I got
Everything is-
18.
18. Nice.
This is I rolled an 8 with the.
Okay, so are you gonna use your ring then?
I'm using my magical ring.
Okay. Okay. So you, Regis, you managed to like you get smacked hard by one of the bigger fish and kind of like stumble and like start falling, but you managed to catch one of the ropes and like pull yourself back up. Gregor is just like gets hit by one and just falls forward, and he is like about like as he basically shoots towards the side of the boat, and you just see the ring glow brightly quick for a second, and all of a sudden he just manages to like turn his fall into a cartwheel and grab the side and pull himself back up. Lands on his feet. And like still getting pelted by fish at this point. Everyone needs to make one more.
Alright.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Ooh.
18.
Got a 16.
16.
Man.
Yeah, 16 with the -2. I promise.
Are we still doing the
Disadvantage, yes.
fucking A. I got natural 20 and 11.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh wait,
I
but
rolled an
but it's
18
11.
twice, so I got
I
a
know.
16.
I got 11.
Okay, no, an 11 is good. Okay, so at this
Okay.
point, Thray gets hit
No.
really hard. A fish jumps up and just fucking smacks him into the face. Thray kind of like lets go of the wheel, which he'd been using to kind of upright, and stumbles backwards. Fucking please. I'm so fucked if you guys.
Can I
fall
if
over.
I see this, can I try and help him?
Yeah, can I react to try to help him?
Yeah, give him
You
advantage.
guys can react after I make this.
Okay, well, okay.
But I do. Thray manages to like stumble over the side, and he stumbles backwards. You see him lose his balance, and he flips over the side. And then you just see a hand barely grab the railing. Another one is pulled back up, and he just kind of like looks just shocked.
Are there still fish just like jumping onto the boat this whole time?
At this point, they're starting to like slowly
Ease
it's
off.
diminishing, and lots of the fish are jumping over the side of the boat, slipping through like railings and things like this.
How many other on the boat still?
On the boat currently, there are I think 6 that you guys caught. Then like an additional 10 that are just flopping around.
Can we try and
So if you
corral
guys
them?
want, yes, if you want, make an attack.
All right, yeah, I'll start smacking some fish.
Are we at disadvantage for attack rolls?
Only if it's a dexterity based roll.
Oh, okay.
If it's strength, you're
All right.
fine.
I got a 16 on my first,
What is my?
Okay, so you get a fish.
and then I'm gonna do like the full attack round plus flurry of blows. So I'm gonna get 4 attacks. Hopefully.
Nice.
All right, so 16 on the second, 23 on the third, and 17 on the fourth.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So you got all of them.
Nice.
By the way, it's
4
a
fish.
AC of 10. So
Okay. Smack him.
Wait.
and they've got a single hit point, so you're fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, my warhammer, it's a +1 warhammer.
Yeah.
Does that mean I add +1 to the hit and to the damage?
Yes.
All right.
It's not like Rogar's sword where it's only to the head. It is for both
Yeah.
of them.
Then I rolled a 26 to hit.
Yeah, I got nerfed.
Nice. What'd you get?
He got nerfed, is what he said.
You can't say I nerfed it when I gave it to you like that. It's not like I went back. I nerfed the weaponized destroy water
It's too
spell.
powerful.
That was a nerf.
It's a bit of
You
a
did,
Apparently-
and that made me very sad.
Apparently,
sense.
Greg gets +1 accuracy and attack. I don't.
Oh, hang on. Did we ever determine how exactly that works? We can talk about it later, not in game.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it later.
It's up to Zach really how it works.
I just got like a 4, so I imagine I try to grab a fish, I just keep getting hit in the face.
Basically, just grab it and it just you're just fucking trying to get it, and it just smack. Fuck. Eventually, you just get tired and you just shove it over the bowl. It flops into the water. What else? What everybody else get? Thray takes and pulls it magical energy into his hand and just whoop, and manages to smack one of the bigger ones.
Eldritch blast.
And then does another one and just whoosh, and it snaps another lash of black energy. Smacks another. Where'd you go, Regis?
I got a 10.
Okay, 10
Yeah.
pounds.
All right.
Yeah. All right, so you got it. Very cool.
Fuck yeah.
So at this point, I think we've got an additional
4, 5, 6, 7.
6?
Unless
Yeah, so 13 fish. 13 fair-sized fish.
Nice.
And Thray looks at you guys and he's like, all right. Just get him below deck. Somebody fucking cook him up. You got
Fish
some
is
cooking oil down there?
Back
Fry
on the
that shit.
menu, boys.
So
I haven't
I
watched the
need
movies in a while.
you, Gregor, with advantage. I need you to make a. What did I have you do for
Wisdom.
wisdom? Yeah, make a wisdom check.
All right, I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick while he does that.
Okay.
With advantage?
Mm-hmm.
23.
Cool. You fry up all the fish, dry what you
Boys.
can. It is wonderful. It's fragrant and there's just enough stuff that you fried up and it's very nicely done. Fantastic.
We go eat
Say
good tonight.
it's lightly fried fish fillets.
Fish fillets.
They
with
are
spices
lightly fried
and-
fish fillets.
Ooh.
Oh,
Hang on, did
And
you
it
go to
is
the
about
bathroom?
3 o'clock. It is about 3 o'clock in the morning by the time. Thing. Thray is pouring out shots like crazy.
We're having
Just
a fucking good time.
It is a
Hell
great
yeah.
time. I should probably end the fucking like Benny Hill music.
Hang on a second, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
All right, let's take
I will
a
start.
quick break.
Take a
Yes.
break.
Okay,
That works.
sounds good.
Ah.
Chase, you should tell stories about Grubby.
Okay. Well, so for our viewers, I guess we when we first started out, there was a man called Grubby. He was a unique character. He transformed into a walrus, and somehow forgot to transform back into a normal person. So he remained a walrus. His name was Grubby. So Grubby, we eventually went on this adventure, right? And we were trying to like find a like some girl from a village got kidnapped or something, right? And by an evil goblin or whatever. And we were trying to go rescue her. And we took Grubby with us. And eventually we went into this. We're trying to tell the tale of
You're
Grubby.
talking to the chat.
Yeah.
All right.
Zach told me I should tell the tale.
Okay.
So, anyways, so Grubby, so our whole group went into this thing, into this cave with Grubby, and eventually we found where this girl and her mother were imprisoned in, you know, the Goblin Cave or whatever, and there was Goblin Guard, and Grubby decided to eat the Goblin Guard in front of the girl and the mother. So he's basically just covered with blood and feces and who knows what else. And he eventually ended up wearing the goblin's face as a mask.
Didn't he also grab the bars of their cage and start screaming at the girl and her mother? Where's the treasure? Where's the treasure? I'll do anything for the treasure, something like that.
Probably.
Yep.
Sounds on brand.
That sounds like him. So.
Roger, did you narrate a Grubby story?
He did.
I'm in the middle of it. But yeah, that sounds. But
About
so
right.
sounds about right. So we'll just say that's the first tale of Grubby, the beginning.
The epilogue.
Origins.
Grubby origins.
Which story was this?
That was like in our first two sessions. So you know where Grubby like wore that mask of like the goblin or whatever as
The bugbear.
The
Yes.
bugbear.
Oh,
So
the
you wore a bugbear
It's
skin.
bugbear.
I was gonna say. I was like, I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
as a mask.
It wasn't a mask. It was the full skin.
Oh, yeah, full skin of the bugbear.
He didn't wash it. He just
So-
took.
And then
He
Just
didn't
skin it
get
and
like
put it on.
anything that fight, and then he rolled a fucking like 19 for a sleight of hand check to
For
skin the
skinning the
bugbear.
bugbear.
I don't understand. He rolled the weirdest rolls. It was like when it was important, it never counted.
Nope.
If it was something stupid he wanted to do, perfect. Fucking 18, 19, 20 every
Yeah.
time.
I'd like to
He
flirt
was
with.
also.
I'd like to flirt with Thray. 20.
Right? Three's like, no. Mm-mm. Nope.
He also, I think, was one of the most creative D&D players I've ever seen. I've never seen a person get that into character and to be like dedicated to being
So,
a
here's the thing, though.
sociopath.
That is kind of Austin from what I've seen.
Very much so.
it was
Like the one time that I drank with Austin, I came over to Chase's place, right? Austin was over there. We were hanging out, drinking, having a good time.
Is this the beer can thing?
Yeah, Austin's like, hey, want to see me rip the top off a beer can? And I was like, fucking what? Yes, obviously. Why is that a question? He pops it. He had finished the beer at that point. Bites the lip and just tears the top off of the aluminum can.
What
And
the?
I was just like, what the hell? And he tells me, he's like, Dad always said, if you weren't pretty, you'd better have some good bar tricks.
What? Oh my god!
Yeah. Anyways, at some point, Austin, you need to let him know, Chase. At some point, Austin needs to come back as a guest.
I'm sure he will.
How many sessions did he play with you guys?
Quite a
Quite a
few.
few.
Quite a few,
Quite a
yeah.
few.
Probably like half a
Probably got
year.
he probably got to level 3 or 4 at least before he
Yeah.
stopped.
Then we
Damn.
changed days and he couldn't make the Wednesdays.
And then I screwed everything up.
I think we lost your audio, Zach.
I'll be right back
I
too.
saw what that said.
Damn it, Chase! We all just took a break. You son of a bitch.
He was narrating. So,
True.
oh shit, what is his passive perception? So everything's going on,
15.
right? Having a good old time, drinking, lightly fried fish fillets,
You're welcome.
drugs. It is a great fucking night in the boat.
Shots.
Sounds like a
Don't
pretty good
forget the
night.
Shots. Yeah.
Unlimited alcohol, basically.
And like 13 fish now. 14 fish.
And like 13, 14 fish. It was great. Sorry, I'm trying to find.
We're singing
Rogar.
songs. We're.
What is?
Wait, we lost your audio
We
again?
lost you again, Zach. Yeah, really.
That was quick.
Yeah.
was
He's
a
so
quick one.
emotive. That's really funny.
I'm so fucking tired of this.
Yeah, I don't get why it does it.
Why is it only you though? That's really strange.
I
Go back.
don't know. I don't know, and I'm the important one that needs to have his audio
The
on all the
important
time,
one.
right?
Yeah,
No,
well,
No,
you
like
other people
everybody else,
matter.
like if your audio goes out, like okay, like you can leave for a few seconds. I have to be here the entire fucking session.
You're the adult.
I need
I mean,
an
that's
adult.
basically true.
Help.
All right. So, what is everybody's passive perception?
15. Rogar's is also 15. It's 10 plus your proficiency plus your
Also, it's
Wisdom.
on your. It should actually be on your main page.
Yeah,
Oh, there
sure.
it is. It's 14.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
I don't
It's
know
10
why-
plus your perception, right?
It should be yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's 14.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, yours should be higher, Gregor. Don't you have a +3 wisdom?
I have a +4 wisdom.
So look on your main page. It should tell you what.
It says.
It-
Oh,
So
it's.
about-
It'll say passive wisdom, perception.
Yeah.
So like Rogar's got a 15.
I have a
How
15.
do I have a 14?
It should.
How is
Yeah, I was gonna
Rogar's
say,
higher than
if
mine?
your wisdom what's your
Rogar-
wisdom modifier? Four you said?
4.
What's your wisdom score? Like your actual ability score?
18.
Yeah, so you should have passive perception of 17.
So why does it say 14?
Well, actually, wait. Are you proficient in perception, or no?
I'm not. I'm not.
Okay, so 14
That's-
is right
that's
then. That's why.
Right. Okay.
Yep. I thought you
So-
were okay.
All right. So everybody's having a great time. Eventually, things wind down. Everybody kind of falls asleep. Since everybody is like sleeping,
And
Rogar,
I was taking the watch for 3.
okay.
Oh yeah, because he taught him how to use the wheel.
3 is kind of like you look at 3 and he's a little agitated. It just says like I'll just handle tonight. Go down,
Sure.
sleep, do whatever you need to.
All right.
Be good. Throughout the night, all of you aren't awakened by it, but you wake the next morning with faint memories of dreams in which most of what you could hear and see was black and whispers.
That's fucked up. I don't like it. Let's go back.
The next morning, you wake up and you find Thray up on the deck, passed out with his little like keg of never-ending keg, like just kind of like curled up like on his side with it,
Relapse.
completely asleep.
Finally start drinking again.
It's getting really sick of sober 3.
So annoying.
I'm gonna make some water. Can I assume that Gillard and I have been like replenishing water the entire time?
Yeah.
All right. So I could take a handful of water, a cup of water, and I splash it in Thrace's face.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He kind of looks up and like sees the bright blue sky. And he's like, "Fucking shit." Yeah. What?
Morning.
Man, are you okay?
Yeah. I'm fucking fine. I just fuck it. Being sober is a hassle.
It really is.
Okay. It's good. Okay. I'm worried about you, man.
No, it's fine. Last night was just a lot, and
But I thought last night was a good time, not a bad time.
I mean it was, but all of you guys were drinking and I wasn't, and I felt left out.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't think about it that way. Also, I was stoned and not thinking clearly.
You were fucking funny as shit, is what you were. Made really good fish though. That was.
But you almost fell off the boat, Gregor.
Right.
You should be careful.
Thray like leans over. There's like a plate of lightly fried fish fillets, and he just like grabs a bit and like shoves it in his mouth.
That's cool. I remember flying around a bit. Okay.
Something like that.
Cool.
As the day is getting warmer, now you guys smell that the entire boat just like smells like fucking fish because they all like slapped onto it. And Thray's like, "We should probably wash the decks," and then proceeds to promptly vomit off the side of the boat. And he's like, "Commandment, Captain. You guys should wash the decks while I."
Yeah. You go downstairs. You want to lock the wheel before you go?
Oh no, I'm just gonna stay up on the deck.
All right.
You sure? I can take a
You guys
shift.
haven't you guys haven't seen me move too far away from the wheel for most of the trip. Basically, only to sleep when people have taken over.
If you want to sleep,
so-
if you need some rest, I can take a shift during the day.
Thray's like, I'm good on deck. We're good. I'll sleep. I'll just sleep up here. And you see him like kind of like pulls jacket around him and like kind of get comfy, and then he's just like out. Do you guys want to do anything for the next couple days, or are you good?
Try to check my my potion bottles.
So your potion bottles did the one that you pour the potion into is now completely full, and the other one is totally empty.
Oh,
It's like the potion just switched bottles.
Mm.
That makes sense.
See what you did there. All right.
Hang on, I'm gonna. I roll a.
I did what the magic item said it would. Like, I don't know what you're expecting.
I'm hoping to make a whole bunch of them.
Unlimited greater health potions. No.
Don't know about that, but all right.
Hang on. My ring of evasion. Oh, 1d3 expended. D3 is a d6, where the 1 and a 2 count as 1, 3 and 4 count as 2, and 4 and 6 count as 3. Is that right? Okay.
I have literally no idea what you're talking about, so sure.
My ring of evasion regains D3 charges per day.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. I use 1 charge, I get it back. I happen to roll a 6. I feel like it's a waste of a 6, but anyway, cool.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
There can't be nothing.
I was gonna say you can't get nothing. Yeah.
All right, cool.
I think at some point during the trip, I just want to like check with Regis, be like, so how you doing, man? You said you were pretty landlocked before. How's the sea treating you?
Oh, I'm good on boats, yeah. Don't really get seasick. Stomach keeps up pretty well, looking better than that small guy over there. He points to like Gregor.
Does he seem okay?
Gregor?
No, does Regis seem
Oh,
okay?
yes.
Zach.
I mean, you would have to ask him.
Well,
No,
does he look okay? Like, does
Yeah,
he
like,
look well?
It's fine.
I didn't know I was sick until.
At least there's nothing in his backstory that says he should get seasick, so yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to pry, but are you worried at all about being chased or being followed? Or do you think we're okay out here now that you got out of that port town?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't really identified what kind of bounty hunters or anybody who's after me. So I mean, depends how determined they are. But I don't know. Whoever comes for us, I'm ready to fight them. I was ready to fight them alone. If you guys help me fight them, all the better.
We saw you handle yourself in that bar brawl there. That was pretty good.
Yes, I've seen my way around a bar brawl or 5.
I've never been in one before. That was the second one I've been in. I've been in one other one with this group. That was interesting.
Your third one, that's where you learn how to use chairs. Really, really useful weapons, those chairs.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yes.
Usually I just trust these.
Yes, your fingers. I agree. Your fingers are good for trusting in a fight. Whatever they can do.
Thray like
eyes.
cracks his eyes open and is just like, have you named your fists?
Are you a child? No. He's so drunk.
You haven't named your fists?
Thray taps his new rapier and he's just like, this is Sarah. She's nice. And falls back asleep.
Oh, tieflings are such a mysterious race.
At some point during the last few days, you guys wake up to see me also burning my old prayer book.
You didn't do it all at once. You're like, today I'll burn the socks.
He just keeps it.
Yeah.
It's like one day at a time.
These psalms. I'm tired of this.
Just keeps finding old Bane shit, like letters from an old girlfriend. Like, damn, I thought I got rid of you.
One a day. Cathartic.
So, does anybody else want to do anything? Like specific?
I mean, Airmail will probably spend most of the time just kind of like at a high point on the ship if there's like a roof above the cabin or like somewhere up on maybe if there's I don't think we have a crow's nest or anything like that.
There's not a crow's nest, but there is a place where you could just like climb and like comfortably like
perch
kind of sit.
Yeah, he'll probably go up there and either keep a lookout or just meditate.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. So also,
and just
some point...
oh sorry, just for our knowledge, we don't see any landmass whatsoever during this trip. It is just ocean.
For the first couple days, you saw occasional small landmasses off, like on the horizon, right?
Like big or like little little rocks and stuff.
Like I mean, like small islands, like archipelago. You are still in the archipelago, right?
Okay.
You left that, and since then, you have not seen any landmass. You have seen other ships. You've seen sea creatures. It's not like there's nothing there. Like it's still the ocean.
Water.
There's still, other people sailing on occasion, but like for the most part, it's just fucking nothing. It's just water.
How has the weather been so far as like temperature, cloud cover, that kind of thing?
It seems fine. You guys get a slight rainstorm on like the 9th night or so. But it's pretty standard. Like nothing heavy. Nothing. The waves get a little bit higher, but there's nothing crazy.
Okay.
Thray just takes over for the night and keeps everything going.
All right. I'd say just for like the rest of the trip, that's kind of Airmail's thing. He just gets up in the high spot and meditates and looks out. Sorry to cut you off, Gregor.
Oh, you're fine. I want to say at some point I was hoping that Airmail would help Gregor meditate and get some inner peace for the moment. Temporary inner peace.
So
You should ask him about that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You said we were doing anything in the last few days.
So Gregor, what do you mean help you meditate? I'm confused.
Oh, you were when I brought this up 2 weeks ago in the bar. You mentioned I was pretty upset about it. You mentioned that meditation might help me focus my mind and maybe even communicate with my God to see either just.
Have you ever tried?
Bless
you. Jeez.
Thank you. Sorry.
Smoke comes out of his nose if he sneezes.
Have you ever tried to meditate?
I've never tried to meditate.
Here's a question. how do you pray to this Thea?
I have a weird relationship with my God. I feel like definitely when I was in Alta Bane, we just sort of shouted at the sky and spilt blood and got into these sort of rage-induced moments of ecstasy. But I've actually met Thea a couple times. I know she's real. I've spoken to her and she's spoken back to me. Like, it's not a traditional faith-based relationship. It's more like a benefactor, and you know.
Have you tried calling out to her in any way, or how do you?
I remember when I got it to storm and rain when we were going into the quarantine zone in the city.
Very much so.
Yeah. So I called out her name and told her what we needed, and she said, "Okay, fine," and she made it rain. So that's my thing. So it has less, I think, to do with faith, oddly enough, and more to do with wanting to be okay with where I am in life.
Just from what I've read of religion, and I'm not much a man of faith myself, but at the monastery we kind of learned about the energies of the world and the spirit that resides in oneself. And honestly, after I learned that and I read more about religions and about different practices, it kind of seemed to line up a little bit. And what a lot of cultures do and a lot of religions do is they speak in what is called prayer. And I know that you're familiar with the practice, but it's been different for whichever god you worship. But in a lot of cultures, it's within the mind. It's spoken within yourself and almost spoken to yourself. So when I meditate, I try and concentrate on my being as who I am and where I am in the moment, in both the physical world and within my own mind. And I try to project the place that I'm at within my mind out into into almost a vision to, I guess, use your imagination. You've done a lot of crazy things in your life, and you've seen a lot of crazy things. So.
I have not. Yes, I have.
So I know you can maybe feign a bit of reality in order to put yourself into that space where you feel comfortable. That's really what meditation is about to me. It's about finding a center within the madness that is this life, and being able to take perspective on what it is that is happening to you. So I always find a quiet place. I try to take in all of the sounds, the sights, the smells, use your senses to their fullest, and just project all of what you see in your mind around you. And it's quite a experience. I don't know. I do it quite often, and it makes me feel very whole and very close to where I'm at and who I am. But with you, maybe you can direct those feelings towards Thea in a way. Maybe she'll answer back. Maybe she'll meet you halfway. I don't know how she will react to it, but it's always worth a shot.
I appreciate it. I think that's good advice. I'll give it a shot. Thanks, my man.
No problem.
Okay. So, are you going to try this?
Yes.
All right. Make a religion check.
Oh, I got a 10.
Okay. So you kind of try to follow his thoughts, his ideas, but a more peaceful, calm meditation practice is not what you're used to, and it just kind of escapes your grasp a little bit the first time or so.
Too much chaos, too much violence.
Mm-hmm. So the days pass, right? You get about 2 weeks into the trip, People are kind of going stir crazy at this point, but like you've also fallen into a rhythm, right? Where like you know what to expect, you know what's going on. What are you gonna say?
Is it also just because 2 weeks? I'm assuming you know
Yeah.
Airmail's fishing pretty consistently
Oh yeah,
to kill things.
yeah. Um.
Question.
Okay, so I'm gonna do
Go
him,
ahead.
and then I'll talk to you, Regis.
Go
So, you fish a couple more times, right? Same thing happens where the juices kind of get soaked. The fluid gets almost pulled into Batosai, your staff. After that, you decide to kind of like try a little bit more. So you manage to catch one fish, and you do the same thing that you've been doing. Bam! Batosai sticks in, starts absorbing the essence of the fish, and then you happen to catch another fish pretty quickly afterwards. And you take the fish, knock it out, take Batosai and smash it down, and you notice it gets about halfway through the liquids of the second fish. A little bit more than what you were expecting it to take. It seems strange. So, Regis.
Well, real quick, just like if that's happening pretty frequently, if I were to like take some time to kind of like just inspect or I don't know, not attune necessarily, but kind of like
Yeah.
check out a Batosai during like a short or long
So-
rest during the day,
Yeah.
do I
So-
sense anything from it, or does it just seem like it's
So, it happens once, and you're kind of like, alright. Strange, but let's do it. So after the second time it happens, you're kind of like, this is probably not a good sign, right? Your character's intelligent enough and wise enough that you kind of like, maybe I should like take a look. Make a wisdom check. Wisdom and dexterity. Fucking all tonight is just wisdom and dexterity all over the place.
That's most of life. 11.
11. So you spend some time, right? You don't need to sleep quite as long, so you spend some significant time focusing and meditating on Batosai. And your crossbow that you kind of attune yourself with, like that's concrete. That's not changing. That is a solid physical object. Batosai, you kind of get the impression that it's not just a piece of wood. It really has these urges of its own, and you're not sure what they are, but you kind of get the feeling that it's hungry. All right, Regis, what are you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, like, Regis is still kind of like a soldier, so I feel like he wants like some kind of routine still. Could I like spar with somebody on the boat? Okay.
Rogar's up for it. Not that I'm speaking for Rogar, but Rogar's up for it.
Rogar is
Yes.
up for sparring. Okay,
Airmail
I'd like to
also
spar with
is.
Rogar. And
Okay.
and Airmail. I guess that works.
Yeah.
Free for all. Everybody jump in.
Fuck it.
All right. So you guys set up. I can roll for initiative. You just do
All
it.
right.
We're gonna do this fast, okay? We're not gonna spend a whole lot of time on it. Roll for initiative.
I didn't actually expect a battle, so this week.
Got 17.
I got a 14.
All right, Rogar, you go first. What are you gonna do?
Are we
Okay, sorry.
using
Sorry,
our
this
normal
is-
weapons?
That is a good question. What do you want to use for fighting? Just fists? Normal weapons? Knowing that there are 2 clerics on board?
I said, yeah, he probably wants to use like normal weapons.
Normal
Normal
weapons, non-lethal blows?
Yeah.
All right. So here's how we're gonna do this. You guys get no more than 20 seconds to decide what you're gonna do.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay?
20 real world seconds.
20 real world seconds to decide what you're gonna do.
Oh boy.
Okay? So we're gonna start. Boom. Rogar's gonna tell me what he's gonna do. If he does it within 20 seconds, then he gets to roll damage or whatever it is. And then we're gonna switch. And then I'll start the timer when after we decide how much damage is done, and then you get to do it. Okay? So
Okay.
Aramel is intriguingly
fucking
watching from the top
shit.
post.
I do not have goddamn music for this, but we're gonna go with it anyways. Just
Right.
sound of the ocean.
It'll be calm.
Alright. So, Rogar, starting now.
I attack with my great sword.
Standard attack.
Overhead / fashion. Yes, standard attack.
You're not even gonna
All right.
rage.
Not even gonna rage.
Did wasn't gonna rage. Alright, roll for your attack.
Alright, I got a that is plus 17.
Nope.
Nope. Okay,
Nope,
roll
okay.
again.
I am going to attack again. I got a 22.
22 hits, roll for damage.
Alright, rolling for damage. I got a 16.
Okay. So, Rogar takes a big sideways horizontal slash. First one he kind of move out of the way. Second one he manages to actually catch you like on the leg, and it digs into your thigh. Regis, oh my god,
Stop my thigh.
doing that much damage. All right, your turn. Retaliate.
All right.
Retaliate.
I'm going to attack.
Okay, what's what?
Go in, and I got a 21.
Okay, with what?
What are you doing?
Oh, just a regular attack.
With
And then I'm going to
what
apply
weapon?
longsword.
Okay, cool.
And just going to apply, I mean, that hit, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to apply Divine Smite for that.
Oh shit.
Getting magical on me.
Does Divine Smite work for fiend celestial type creatures?
Yeah.
It's been a while since we looked at Divine Smite, so
It's just a damage buff to any attack that you hit with, but it burns the spell slot.
okay, cool.
And that's 2d8. So the first attack does 19 damage.
Jesus.
Alright.
Whew.
And then,
Shit, son.
shit, that's a natural 20.
Oh,
Double the dice and then add your multipliers.
strength.
And then I'm just going to use Divine Smite again.
Double those dice too.
Divine
yeah.
Smite.
It's true. You rolled them. Gotta double them.
So 29, and you said, yeah. So that is a 33.
I like.
Okay.
Jesus. I like to think Aramel, Gregor, and Thray are all like super excited, and Galen's just like watching
Right.
through like his hands.
Ray's like, fucking kill him, Regis! I look at Emerald and I'm like, 10 gold on Regis.
You're on 10 gold on Rogar.
Fucking yes. Alright, Rogar, go.
Rogar's kind of pissed now. He used magic, he thought, so he's gonna rage now.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
To friendly rage with
Okay, you got 5 seconds. Come on, man.
Rexley rage. Just gonna attack.
Okay. Ooh, 19.66.
All right, so got a 26
Oh,
for the first attack.
Hits.
Okay. So 13 for the first attack.
damage.
13 damage. Yep. So gonna attack again. Got a 25 for my second attack.
Nice.
Did what is that? 16 damage for the second attack.
Damn.
Hot damn.
Going to attack a third time.
Do it.
Got a 18 for the third attack.
You said an 18?
Just misses.
Just misses.
Just misses there.
Fucking plate. Chainmail? Plate mail?
Chainmail.
Chainmail and a shield.
No.
Chainmail shield.
Alright. So, Rogar takes and hits Regis in the thigh. Regis takes glow. You just see his like armor slightly glow, and he just takes 2 big slashes with his long sword. Both of them hit Rogar, and the blade seems to extend a couple inches out beyond where the blade actually is, kind of throwing Rogar off. And it takes his slashes. Rogar fucking goes into, you can see the rage building inside him. Takes and 2 big slashes right
shit.
across, breaking slightly through the chinks in your chainmail. The third one you're ready for, though, and you kind of like pull your shield down and just clanks off. All right, Regis, go.
All right. I'm going to roll to attack. Do I have to apply bonus actions before I attack?
Depends on what you
You
want to
get
do.
you get action, bonus action, and movement.
You can do whatever you
All
want in whatever
In any order you want.
I'm just going to attack twice.
Okay.
Oh, that first one did not hit.
Okay.
He's only 15 though.
It is. He
Or
is.
15.
It's still, I rolled a 3.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Second one is a 26.
Okay.
did.
Holy shit.
Second one hits.
And I'm going to apply Divine Smite and then also a Thunderous Smite.
Ooh.
Oh shit,
Or-
son.
2d6 extra damage.
And just for your knowledge, Thunderous Smite, I think is that the bonus action spell you were curious about?
Yeah.
So you'd have to cast that first, and then next melee attack you hit with, then it triggers, basically. That's how it
Oh,
works.
okay. So that would be. I was wondering about that.
I'm gonna. I've never played a paladin, so you'd be the one that know elk.
My first character was
So-
Paladin. I love them.
I know.
So just 24 damage then.
I'm really happy that I have mending.
Minus that.
So at this point, it's just back and forth, back and forth. Rogar, what are you gonna do?
Gonna attack again.
Ooh.
With
Crazy.
I'm gonna do my
I love
Strategy
it.
here.
We got the 2
Gonna do
frontline.
my-
The
I
frontline
mean,
tanks are going at it. It's like, what are you gonna
Right.
do? Well, I'm probably
gonna do
gonna
my
attack.
I'm gonna
great,
fight it. I'm gonna fight it.
gonna do my great weapon master too.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
With reckless attack.
Okay.
Don't know what
Wait,
great
what's
weapon
that? So it's like a minus.
He takes a -5 to the
3
hit, and if he still hits, he gets 10 more damage than normal.
All right, so
Wow.
I got a 19.
That's it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh god, that's gonna be an insane.
It's a lot.
Okay, so that is 27 points of damage.
Nice. At the
Damn.
first. That's 1/3 of your vitality in one shot.
A
And I
third.
will,
Are we ending this at 0?
Yeah.
Zero. If you're not meaning to kill, 0 is knocked out.
Yeah, unconscious.
Gotcha.
so
Hang on,
I'm
are
gonna,
you? How much health do you have, Regis?
75 HP.
I have 3 health left.
No, that's not what I meant.
How much you
Overall.
start with?
75.
And Rogar started with 82.
He has 110.
100. Dang it.
110, right? Because I didn't calculate the additional health on top of what he had before.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Rogar's a beefy boy.
Ray's got like 40.
I had 53.
Gregor, oh, I haven't updated yours. You still have 41 on my overlay.
Oh.
I gotta do that.
Anyway, sorry.
Alright.
Keep fighting.
Sorry.
So,
So
gonna attack again.
okay.
Got a 19, so that'd be what? That's 27 to hit.
Oh, okay. Oh
I
yeah.
think that hits.
Just by a little bit.
Oh, bit.
And a 20 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
So you cut my head off, basically.
So it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and finally Regis just barely misses a block with the shield, and the greatsword comes down. Boom! It's heavy, thunk, and Regis collapses to the ground, just kind of bleeding all over the place. Galen quick runs up and like heals him, like fixes everything.
This is my handout towards the Ray.
Three like, fucking shit.
Did you guys make a bet?
Yeah.
Three gives you the 10 gold.
Yeah.
3 of which is
He's
mine.
like, you're on gold. You don't even need it.
If it's your gold, I don't mind taking it.
Jesus. It's just not
Roll
currency,
assholes.
now it's a trophy. Wait a minute, I made you... Okay, sorry.
So, that happened.
It's good. It's a good show. Good show, gentlemen.
It was a good show.
Yes.
For the most part, the rest of the 2 weeks kind of goes like pretty standard. A couple more duels go on, right? People doing different things, having stupid contests, acrobatics contests with the fucking monk, and other people who feel like fucking trying it.
Usually win.
You know.
Can I get like some basic cooking skills since I've been trying to cook all week?
Yeah.
We got a
Give
book
me
now.
1 second.
Helps.
Let me. Because there's actually cooking skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you said.
I will double check, but I think there are actual like a cooking. I think there's a cooking set that you can become proficient with.
Yeah. Well, I
Okay.
mean, like you have a book now, so you could probably just, as long as you have the book, you could probably add your proficiency or something. You know, to
Yeah.
cooking checks, whatever that would be.
I'll figure it out after the session, but you will
Yeah.
get some sort of boost. Okay.
I'm wondering if I can get good enough at cooking to like make like in like Warcraft style where you can make items that can like actually heal you and stuff. I don't know.
That's more alchemy than cooking,
Yeah.
at least in D&D.
I do want you to make another wisdom check, Gregor,
Me?
to see.
What-
Yeah, because you presumably you've been trying to meditate.
Although Gregor, because you're bringing it up, and you'll have access to this spell at some point, but look up Hero's Feast. It's pretty freaking cool.
Oh wow, okay, I definitely will. Oh, nat 20 plus 4.
Ooh.
Okay.
I meditate like a motherfucker.
About 2 weeks into the trip, you really sit down and genuinely focus. You have all these ideas, all these
Feel
feelings
the wave.
swirling around about your gods and about Bane and about Thea, but you really do your best to emulate what Aramel was telling you to do. And you don't, unlike before, you don't get a direct answer, right? Thea doesn't just like come down and appear to you in some sort of thing. But as you're kind of thinking about everything, you hear
I'm glad the fish are back.
a light rain starts falling on the ocean and on the boat. You hear Thray up top swearing as he pulls something over himself so he can just like deal with the water that's coming down. And you kind of get the impression that this was not a random act. A little over 2 weeks into the trip, Aramel notices something on the horizon. It's a ship. You've not seen a ship for probably 5 days. And you see a ship. Just hold on to Thray. And Thray checks his compass and mentions that it's exactly the same direction that you're going. So
Wait, the ship is going in the same direction as us, or the ship is coming from?
the ship is, as you watch it for a couple minutes, the ship doesn't appear to be moving. The sails are not down.
Oh,
It's in the
we're sailing
direction we're going,
towards
though.
a stationary ship.
We're sailing towards the stationary ship. So Thray kind of calls everybody together, and before you get too close, Thray's like, "All right, guys, there's something out there.
You don't say.
I don't know. From what I can see from here, it doesn't look like it's moving. Something might have happened. There might have been sickness. I don't know. It could be pirates waiting surprise. Genuinely, I have no idea. Typically, this plot doesn't work real well as a pirate, especially this far out. We might be able to get good supplies, and honestly, if it's a big boat, we might be able to swipe the fucking boat. So,
Are you suggesting we steal
it's-
this vessel?
You're suggesting we're going aboard the vessel.
I'm suggesting we check it out.
Are we wrapping this shit?
What if it's
Say
an
again?
ambush?
Well, that's the trick. If it's an ambush, do
Well,
you guys feel comfortable enough wrecking shit? Or,
What if there's ghosts on ship?
I mean,
I can punch those.
No, I haven't heard those.
Thray looks at you and is like, can you really? Fucking serious, you can punch a ghost. That sounds like bullshit, but I'm gonna reserve that for another time.
Wait till we meet a ghost.
See what happens.
I mean, my only concern. I know you're a man of the sea, so you know this. You know the ways of the pirate. But our vessel is small, and if we are to lose it or it is to become unable to sail, we are, as the ancient sages say, fucked. So just keeping that in mind.
Our vessel is fast enough that if they made some sort of move to turn their cannons on us, I could most likely get us out of the way.
Okay. So we could just approach maybe cautiously and get a better
Yeah,
view
I mean,
of what's
and we can
going
stay-
on.
We can stay out of the range of their cannons, see if they make any moves. You know, if we wanted to, realistically, somebody could take a rowboat out. Preferably somebody who's disposable like Rogar.
Wow. Wow.
Rogar's feelings are hurt.
He's just butthurt because he lost 10 gold over you.
So, put up to a vote. I say check it out, but I'm also
At the very least,
motherfucker, so it is what it is.
at least check it out. You know, we don't have to do anything necessarily, but
Maybe
Everyone
it's,
else?
maybe it's a ship full of orcs, friendly orcs. Maybe they're just out hoarding
I
stuff.
haven't met many friendly
Yeah.
orcs, Rogar.
I have literally never met a friendly orc. I've met a friendly half orc. About it.
Lots of friendly orcs out the world.
All right.
Sure.
Hang on, I actually have I have water walk. I can walk across the ocean to the boat.
We have a boat.
He is Jesus.
But we have a boat.
We do have a boat. It's not really necessary, but if you want to,
I'm just
Maybe
saying.
you can
I
do it
think
then.
it would,
regardless, we should take a vote.
I'm just saying it would be faster and maybe quieter.
Well, I mean, we're still really far away from the boat, so I don't know if it would be faster.
Not now. But
Oh,
when we
like
get
to
closer.
check it out? Okay.
Also, it's the ocean. They probably know you coming.
Maybe we.
It's not really.
What?
any
Which
cover.
they? There
Go
is
ahead,
no
Matt.
they. Oh, actually, I
If
guess
there's
don't know.
if there is a they on the boat, this is my concern.
Listen,
I can-
I mean,
Asking
No,
for
wait.
a vote.
I can
Let's go.
cast fog cloud and hide my approach, or I can hide
if
our
they're,
approach.
if they're orcs, they probably wouldn't notice. Saying orcs wouldn't notice that.
Or if they're gold dragonborn.
Gold Dragonborn would definitely notice. Probably,
Would they though?
probably smell you from a mile away.
So, all for checking it out.
Aye.
I
Galen puts his hand up.
I feel like Galen would be into it.
All for nay.
Everyone said aye.
Rez,
Oh, I didn't
Rez
see
is
you
like,
over there.
I don't wanna go.
All right. So at this point, you guys are getting close. It's getting darker. Not great. It's not dark. It's more like dusk.
You want me to cast fog cloud and how to approach a little bit?
Well, it's getting
Rain.
dark.
A slight rain cloud had started appearing a while ago, and now it finally decides to start releasing.
Oh, well done. That was well timed. I like that.
You guys approach slowly, very, very slowly. There doesn't appear to be any movement on the ship that you can see. Right. Ray kind of gets up on the mast a little bit and takes a look, and he looks and he's like, I don't see anything. I'm gonna take it closer. Is that okay? Cool.
sure.
Keep your weapons at the ready just in case. Three kind of steers the boat up closer, starts taking the sail, pulling sails up so that it's not moving too much, and kind of coast up beside this other boat. Now that you get closer, you can see that the boat actually has the sails down, but they are slashed and ripped, and ropes are cut.
Something bad happened here.
Sabotage.
Do we see?
Don't look great.
Do we see any signs of an anchor or some way this boat is staying stationary?
It's not actually staying there. It has been drifting slightly.
Oh,
so it's okay.
just a drift.
So you get closer, and Therese looking.
Are there any signs of struggle?
You guys can't see because your boat is so much lower than theirs. Theirs is like a proper ship,
Oh, it's bigger.
whereas
Okay.
you guys have more of a speedboat. Three kind of is you see him pull out a small grappling hook, and he's
Yep.
takes and he swings around and tosses up and ties it off against the railing. So the boats are now kind of bound together slightly. Grabs another one, ties it. He's quiet. You guys want to go up?
I'll
I'll
go
go up.
So you guys climb up onto the boat. You look over the edge. As you look over the edge, the first thing that hits you is the smell. There is a pungent... It's not rot like you would expect from a battle. It is savory, though.
Smells pretty good up here.
Wait.
What's up?
I want to toss my eye of seeing Steve down onto the deck so that one of them can see what we're seeing. And the rest of you can see what we're seeing.
Did anybody even stay on the deck?
Oh, is anyone else with us? I thought it was just me and Regis.
Oh no, Three definitely jumped, definitely climbed up to the side of this boat.
I assumed I did. I assumed I did also.
I probably did too.
Okay, so then never mind. We're all seeing them. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Please continue. I assumed it was just the two of them.
As you look closer, you don't see any bodies. You don't see any meat or blood or anything like that, but you do notice that the top deck is so.
No.
No. It's what? What is it?
Dramatic effect.
What is it?
Suspense.
You son of a bitch. Damn you, Zach. Your Tennessee connection.
I really want him to just be like, haha, I gotcha.
Or just
Yeah,
like,
he's just holding
go
really
blank.
still this whole time.
Mm.
That's so unfortunate. But kind of a good time to end the episode, TBH. So.
Yeah, actually.
Right now.
Well, this is the end of the
Hey,
episode.
welcome back.
And
What
you
did you
see,
hear? Did you hear all of it?
It was like
No.
the worst blue balls I've ever had in like years.
It was amazing. So you said it soaked in and then you went out.
Soaked in, and then it was just like frozen. Oh no,
Wait,
he's
I think
frozen
it's
again.
it was like really drawn in. Oh man.
Damn
I'm
it.
so into it too. God damn it.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, Goku and Virginia act to Mickey.
What?
Have you seen those videos? Look up Dragon Balls P when we. I'll send you. I'll send the link in the video. It's,
All right.
it's a really dumb cartoon, but it's really funny.
I feel like we're gonna start getting like text messages like "fuck you guys." No. Text messages. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, there he
I'm
is.
stupid.
Right.
Or is he not?
Oh,
I think he is.
oh. Gotcha.
Somebody's gonna murder.
What?
What?
Oh.
Oh, we're still losing you.
Alright.
God damn it.
All right, I think we should call it. It's
Yeah.
like an amazingly shitty, perfect way to end it.
Okay.
We'll just have to find out.
We
We'll
look
just
over the
leave
edge.
everyone in suspense.
Okay. We'll call it here. All
Good
right.
Damn.
Good time to end.
time to end, guys. This was an interesting session.
Robots. All right. I'm just gonna play the end credits here. So.
No.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Catch you next time.
See you
Bye.
next week.